previously on Tales of Ashion, once more, our intrepid heroes, the Fuu Fighters, proved how resourceful they can be. You reached out through your contacts, or actually, no, let me back up a little bit. So you guys made your contact with the merchant. Oh my gosh, I'm spacing on his name. So I need to write this stuff down beforehand so I don't forget. Whisperwind. And he brought you to meet with the local lord. And that was an experience, that is to say the least. You guys met him, the local lord, who was kind of an asshole. Name's Kerfron Vigilhan. He's a Minotaur. And he more or less wasn't impressed with your kind of lack of decorum with him, especially Branch's, play on words. Branch decided to take a cat nap with, Vigilhan choking him, almost trying to kill him. Through the conversation, though, you guys learned that subtly, thanks to Calamity, that he might or might not have been aware of Alura, the woman you're hunting for. However, his bodyguard, Goliath named Korath, had said, "Hey, can you go and help and look for one of my friends?" He was, or is, I should say, a priest at one of the local temples, and he disappeared about a month ago. You guys kind of collected Branch, left, went to the den, which is kind of the only real official gambling hall in the town. And you met with Dalevon, who had seemed intriguing, to say the least. He eventually agreed to bring you down into kind of the basement area where some private games were happening. And he said, "Hey, let's be honest with each other. You guys stopped the thing from happening last night and got some coins, but you guys were not attuned to them, and he could help you get attuned. All he wanted you to do was find a missing contact, somebody that did a job and is now missing. He's not dead, just missing. Doesn't know where he is." He said, "Find that guy, a person by the name of Thornby, and bring him back to Delvon, and he'll help you with figuring out how to attune to these coins." From there, you guys headed to the temple of Silvanus, where you guys met some priests who were not real priests, thanks to Arnok rolling well and going, "Hey, there's something off." You found out that the priest that was Korath's friend was dead, or died of a quote-unquote heart condition, in that they were like, "Hey, we buried him, we put him out back in the cemetery, you're welcome to go see him." When you guys went out there, you guys realized something was wrong, mugged one of the priests and knocked him out so you can question him, and where you left off was digging up the priest's grave and finding his chest had been caved in, and he was missing his heart. And that's where we're picking up. So what do you guys want to do? We're standing over this body in a grave going, "Oh shit."
I start grabbing the nearest rare earth metals and creating a magnetic heart.
I was gonna say we should get out of here with the guy that we're kidnapping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know we rummaged around in his heart the last time we played.
Yeah.
I think we were. Did we already vault the wall from when we?
We threw the guy over the wall, and I
We
jumped
had
on top of him.
the climbing rope go over it and all that.
Yeah, so you guys climbed the wall and then were like, "Oh shit, we should look in the grave. Let's do that." And then climbed back over the wall.
Yes. We've gone back and forth a few times.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
But now
we
we have
rolled
this
like
dude
500
tied
times
up.
to.
It's time to get. We should get this guy the fuck out of here.
All right, you guys gonna hop on over and
Did we grab everything we need here? Did you retrieve the rod from in front of the door? And
yeah, you guys got all your stuff.
Are there any other graves we should inspect?
I mean, there weren't any other persons of interest, but if you want to,
Are you planning on building a friend branch?
I mean.
That's none of your business.
Hey man, your next level has to be an artificer, not necromancy.
You didn't say anything about the level after that one, though.
I did not. No.
Maybe I'll call in Feo
Oh God.
for a favor.
Help me resurrect the dead. He puts the dead down. He doesn't help you resurrect them.
Well, I guess we should head back to the gambling hall and Whisperwind may have some facilities where we could ask this individual some questions.
So Whisperwind is the merchant. that
Oh,
you
right,
guys
he's the
go to his
merchant.
house.
Who was the
This guy started with a
Who
D.
was the-
Dalevon?
Dalevon is the guy in charge of the den.
Yeah.
right? There you go, Deovan.
So
Yeah,
We
he
could
may
also
have
just
someplace.
smuggle this man up into our private suite. We have a couple options.
We do.
so the space around the church or the temple it's open a little bit. It's not like bumped against buildings, but I mean it's a city or a big town. It's got like 10,000 plus people in it. Or I'm sorry, almost 20,000 people. Looking at the size of it, kind of hard to just drag a body.
So what you're saying, it's going to be tough to be dragging some unconscious priest-looking dude through the streets.
But
Pretty
you
sure.
see, what if we strip the priest clothing off of him? You carry him nonchalantly. Camilla can cover for us if anybody asks and be like, oh, yeah, our friend, like, we dumped some alcohol around his mouth. Maybe, like, get a lot of it on his clothes or, like, his body so he smells like it. And we just tell everybody, like, yeah, our friend got a little too rowdy at the bar.
Yeah, I like this idea.
So naked drunk guy. Why I gotta carry the
Naked
naked
drunk
drunk guy?
I'm not going to carry the naked drunk guy.
You
So I
do
can't.
go ahead and roll a disguise check. I think it's a deception.
Disguise. Interesting.
Have a disguise kit. I'll give you a plus 10 to it as well.
Goddamn.
No, I have
Alright,
a
so just
forgery kit.
roll raw deception and add 10. Yeah.
So roll a straight deception. You have advantage.
Okay.
Everyone will be helping you out for this.
Da. That is a 15 without the plus 10.
Okay, so you managed to rummage through like your guys' like kind of tuck him behind the building, like behind off to the side, so nobody can see you guys. You kind of strip him down. You between all of you have extra clothes. It's not like you guys walk around in just your one set of clothing. So you pour some alcohol, a little bit onto like one of the shirts, and kind of pour some on his face, and like so he smells it. And you ruffle up his hair. And you're like, okay, he looks like he's drunk. Of course, there's a big giant knot on the back of his head where you guys, hit him in the back of the head.
Solved by a little hat.
Yeah. So, but I mean, you're like, okay, whoever's going to carry him, just point that side of his head towards you, so nobody else sees it.
Gotcha.
But you feel pretty confident that nobody's really going to be like, hey, what the fuck? Or not really ask too much.
All right. It's a big enough town. People got their own shit to deal with.
So where do you guys want to go then?
And I just got to pick up a spot.
Back to the den, back to the hotel room.
Thoughts from
Whichever's
other two?
closest.
That's probably the
That's
Yeah.
probably the
choice,
best
yeah.
idea. Which one's closer?
The suite would make sense because you'd be like, he needs a place to crash.
Yeah,
And I'm
they're
telling you,
not
we
going to
could-
ask us any questions. So.
I'm telling you, we could
Okay.
dismember him and one piece at a time, stick him in the toilet.
So Camilla, since you asked the question, roll just a wisdom check for me here. Just a straight wisdom roll.
How wise are you? Saith the dice.
I'm 12 wise.
12 wise. It's good enough. So your hotel you're in is a little bit further away, but you're right in that the den the den's going to be pretty public. It's the only place like that. You don't really know Dalevon at all, other than, hey, he told you to go find his friend, and this is not his friend. And even if you guys go to the inn, you guys have paid enough money where they're just going to be like, we're not going to ask questions.
It's like these fuckers are paying like 100 gold a night. We ain't fucking with them.
All right, back to the inn it is.
I appreciate your input, Camilla.
My 12 wise.
Your
Exactly.
12 wisdom to realize, okay,
You're 12 wise.
12 wise. All right, so I don't have a picture for the inn, which is fine, but
Yeah.
you guys head back to the inn. Calamities, go ahead and roll a d20 for me here. I will tell you that high is bad.
Nat
Right
20.
in the middle.
Okay, right in the middle. So you're kind of walking through the streets. A couple people every now and then kind of look at you, a little confused by you guys carrying this guy. You're like, oh no, he just drank too much. Like just a quick comment. People go, oh, all right, whatever.
Right.
At one point, some of the civil guard, there's like a squad of them, 5. They kind of they're charging by, or not charging, but they're kind of jogging by to go take care of something else. And one of them kind of looks at you, and you're like, oh, he just drank too much, bring him back. And they just go, oh, okay. And they just keep going. They glance at you and don't seem to stop. You do get to the inn, and you guys enter into the inn, and there are maybe about 15 people. Same kind of crowd, very wealthy, furs, velvets, all kinds of really silken clothes and fancy. They wear slippers, that kind of wealth. The whole room the common room goes silent the moment you guys kind of step in, and you guys look around, and the innkeeper kind of raises an eyebrow at you, but doesn't say anything. Everyone's eyes follow you as you guys make your way upstairs. And as you guys get to the top of this, start making up past the common room, go ahead and roll a perception check for me. I'll let Camilla and Calamities, since Branch is in here as well.
Locally, I will try. Nothing huge.
Dog, I thought that was a nat 20.
Yeah, the 20 and the there's a number. The 20 is on the other side of very close to that's not high. Could be the 2.
Yeah. Well,
Mine was an 18, and then it rolled over.
The 13 was the high roll, baby.
Well, Camilla would have the high roll because she has, on a perception, she has a plus 10.
Oh, yeah. Reliable talent. Oh.
So.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, you have an
yay.
18 at least.
18. So nobody comments in a bad way, but they're just like, what the fuck? As you hear a single voice say that, and then the commotion starts going back like business as normal. As you make it up to your room. You make it into your room, into the sitting room. There's a chair. You kind of just dump the body there, and he just clunk. His head lolls back. He's breathing. He just starts snoring. As he tilts his head back and is just snoring.
All right. First things first. Arnok, I'm gonna go outside the door. And once I have shut the door again, I would like you to scream as loud as you can. Somebody can plug his ears if you want to, or not. Up to you guys. But I just want to see how soundproof the room is.
Okay.
Gotcha.
All right, and then I'm just gonna go right outside the door to the swing.
Okay. Well, so first off, you notice at the door, it doesn't fit perfect. It's not like a
Uh-huh.
smooth
Yeah.
fit. It is slightly off, like there's a small gap for it. But otherwise, like, Arnak, are you just gonna scream?
Yeah, I'm just gonna let out a big old dragonborn roar
Okay.
as loud as I possibly can.
Okay. It's muffled for sure, but you definitely hear more of it coming through the door.
Okay.
Calamities, as you go to open the door, you see a woman come running up the stairs, and you recognize her as one of the maids. And she's like, "What was that? Is somebody in trouble? What's going
No,
on?"
it's fine. We were just testing the soundproofing on the room as let's say some of my compatriots are gonna get a little loud. If you catch
Why?
my meaning.
No, I don't. What is going on? The innkeeper comes running up and he goes, "What was that? What was going on?"
All right, I promise. We were testing the soundproofing on the rooms because one of my companions gets very noisy during certain activities of a more private nature.
The woman kind of she kind of goes, What are you talking about?" And you see the innkeeper kind of glance at her for a moment, look at you, and his eyes narrow, and he kind of takes a breath, leans down into her, and she goes, "No, it's not okay. What do you mean? What?" Her eyes go wide and her face just beat red. And she just looks at you and she goes, "The nerve!" and storms down the stairs. The innkeeper just kind of watches her, looks at you, and he says, "You pay well, but I would caution you to be more discreet, my lord."
Yeah, I'll tell him
And
to keep it
he
down.
turns and walks away as well. They rolled a 15 and a 19 to hear you guys without any bonuses.
All right, and then I'll just go back into the room and
Okay.
yeah.
You just
I'll be like,
embarrassed
all
the hell
right.
out of a maid, and yeah,
Now
good
we can
job.
rip this guy's
Did they
fingers
hear?
off.
Did you hear it?
I heard it. Apparently the staff has eagle ears because I didn't think it was that loud. So we should probably gag him and move him further back into the room. Maybe
I
put
said,
some
"Gag him,
padding.
sir."
Maybe put some padding around the door.
Does Severn know prestidigitation?
I don't know. We can just give it to him. It's a cantrip. Like,
Could he use it on the door to make it soundproof?
Wow.
no, so it wouldn't work in that sense for
Not like that
prestidigitation,
fancy. I
no.
just want
Oh,
to
okay.
stuff some towels around it or something.
Yeah, I mean, there's linens, plenty of linens and towels
Yeah.
you can grab to stuff around the door.
Yeah, cool.
Could scramble some eggs.
I said only a few eggs, not all of them.
I'm just gonna look at Arnold and be like, on the upside though, they are probably going to assume any particularly loud noises coming from here are you getting it on. So
What did you do?
they were gonna come in here and ask what was wrong.
What did you tell them?
What do you think I told them? There's a really
Oh,
easy
God.
way to keep them from coming in here.
Oh, yes, that's fair. They might get a little scared.
Yeah, but at least now they won't assume somebody is being tortured, which will probably be the accurate assessment.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Jim 2.0.
Oh God, poor Jim. We don't talk about Jim. Poor Jim.
Jim
Poor
probably deserves
Jim.
it a lot less than this guy.
I mean, that's probably fair.
That's probably 100% fair.
All right. So what are you guys gonna do then?
Is there a glass or metal vessel of some kind in the room? Like a jar or a bowl or a vase?
Yeah. I don't see why not.
Okay. Would it be possible to use my breath weapon to spray acid into this bowl or vase to then turn it and like collect it into a liquid form?
Technically no, but I will let you roll for it to see if you can do that.
What do I need to roll?
So let's see. You are a dragonborn. How like your spell go in, or does it go in a cone or is it a line? How does it work?
It's either a cone or a line. My
Okay.
discretion.
So you find a flower vase, and you're like, okay, this might work. It's made like you think ceramic. You're like, okay, might work. We're gonna give this a shot. So I want to have you go ahead and roll an attack roll. This is basically you putting your mouth over it and blowing, like vomiting your breath weapon into it.
Okay. What kind of attack roll would you like?
Just a straight D20.
The breath weapon.
The breath weapon. The breath one. Yeah.
The breath weapon is an automatic. It's a dex save.
Okay. So then, yeah, just go ahead and roll. Well, then we'll do this the dex ways. Make a dexterity. We'll make it a. Make it a sleight of hand check. Why not? You're trying to be, use your fingers. And try not to burn your hand off.
Oh God. +1. Let's go.
Ooh,
That's a 5.
5. Okay. Roll some damage for me here. Wow, what is the damage on it? 2d10.
It is 2d10.
Okay, so roll 2d10.
Cool. 14.
Ooh. Okay, so here's what happens. You're like, I got this, guys. And you're breathing into it, and you, like, Polemides or somebody goes like, you're doing great. They make a comment, and you kind of tilt your head to look at them.
Oh,
and
Christ.
just enough. Like, it gets onto your claws, your hands, and you kind of shift and drop the ceramic, and you just watch as it cracks and then hits the ground and shatters.
Perfect.
And you're just like, great. There's another vase in the room. If you want to try again, I'll say there's
I'm
2
trying
vases
again.
total.
Start putting them into the chamber pot.
I'm trying again.
Okay, so
I'm trying again.
Roll that sleight of hand.
That's worse.
You have inspiration.
I'm gonna use it then. Yep.
You literally got it for yourself.
It'll be a 3 this time.
That was a 3. That's not better.
Oh,
Okay,
Christ.
Oh my God.
Oh.
Roll damage again, 2d10. You want to roll low, just so you know. You rolled exactly what you needed to break the vase.
Oh.
So you get it in there, and you're like, all right, I got it in there. And then you just watch as there's something inside the vase, and it starts to bubble, and then it cracks, and the vase just shatters in your hand as it starts to it shatters and then begins to just melt and ooze. And you're like, oh, that's gross.
Just gonna sigh and collect it into the chamber pot as well.
It was a nice attempt.
It was worth an attempt.
It was worth a shot.
God, you getting your low rolls out of the way.
I could spray it into the bathtub, and then we could just waterboard him.
The
Jeez.
bathtub probably would have been a better idea.
Probably, but I don't know that copper is famously acid resistant.
No, I
It's
don't think it is.
resistant.
What
Got
is? Could you see? I can see them now.
While.
You know, you stayed in our fanciest room, and we noticed that there's this like bathtub line. What is that from? We can't get it to buff out.
Not resistant to acid.
Don't worry about it. Some shit just don't buff out.
We're gonna charge you for a new bathtub.
If we were in a vacuum, it would not be affected by acid. However, sadly, we exist in a world with atmosphere.
God damn it!
I don't know if it's sadly.
Okay, yeah. So, yeah, you tried to and failed rather amusingly. What's next on your list? You want to do?
That is my list. That's my list.
That is your
I'm
list,
going with
okay.
that.
That's fair.
Well, Mr. Fake Priest guy is still out cold.
To be fair, I also have 3 vials of poison and a poisoner's kit. I'm sure we can intimidate the man.
I mean, are you gonna try? You gotta him up first.
Well, exactly. We gotta agree on a plan. Then we gotta wake him up. Also, we should probably go with questions we're gonna ask him.
All right, just so you know, I will give you guys a real world timer for this. You have 10 minutes to decide what to do before he just wakes up.
That's fine. Okay, everybody start brainstorming questions. Who do you work for? / who's your boss?
What year is it? What's your middle
Who's the
name?
Where are
president?
you?
President? There's no president here.
Exactly. So let's see.
Who's the
What was the
current
name
king?
of your first pet?
What's your
What's your mother's maiden name?
What happened to that priest? Do we know that guy's name? Let's
Oh,
see here.
the priest guy, the one that was actually there.
Yeah,
the
Brother
dead one.
Thomlin.
Yeah, that sounds right.
What happened to Brother Thomlin?
Well, should we say what happened to his heart? Because we know what happened to him. They
Yeah,
ripped his heart out.
He had a heart problem.
We saw his body.
The problem was he doesn't have a heart anymore. That's his heart problem.
His heart was missing. What the fuck? All right. Let's see. Why impersonate priests of Silvanus? What are you all planning? It's probably decent. I doubt we're gonna get answers to most of these, but you know, we can throw them his way.
How many fake priests are there in the temple?
Yeah, okay.
So we know what we're getting into.
We're in the temple. Well, I think I've rapidly run out of questions I can figure to ask.
Remember, if you guys don't want to ask questions or you guys aren't sure what to ask, you can roll for it. You just say, I want to roll, and that's totally fine.
Yeah, I mean, these.
I want to roll to melt his face off.
Sorry, you lost that chance.
These seem okay.
I got one more attempt at breath weapon.
And no more vases.
No, it's just breathing on
His
him. He's
face
just
will
killing
be the
this
vase.
man. Anybody else got any questions?
I will turn him upside down, turn him into a vase.
Oh God. Oh. Oh. All right. Well, if we have those questions listed out, we can try to, roll for it in the moment if people want to for anything else.
What would happen if we try to put him in a bag of holding?
So one, he won't physically fit through the opening. It's too small.
So who brought up the dismembering earlier?
If you dismember him, you can make his body parts fit.
So do we want to threaten him with poison, dismemberment, both, neither until he makes us? Like, how do we want to do that? What do we want to do to him if he's not cooperating?
If only you had a cleric in Zone of Truth.
I
We
don't
have
have
Zone of Truth.
I have a zone of silence.
Oh goddamn!
I can heal him though, and I can keep
You-
him from dying. So we can just, keep him right on the cusp.
Hold on, aren't clerics prepared casters?
Yeah, I mean they can change their spells every night.
Probably shouldn't keep this guy here that long.
Who's he gonna tell?
So one thing. So Branch brought this up, and Branch, I want to throw this out there for you, just so you're aware. So the silence spell, it is a concentration, but you can put it on an object. So you would attach it to an object essentially. So if you wanted, you could attach it to, say, a knife. And then if you guys wanted to torture him so he doesn't make any noise, you can quite literally stab him with the knife, for example, or put the knife near him, torture him, and he would scream. And no one would ever hear. You guys wouldn't hear what he did either, but
Horrifying.
Whoa.
I like it.
yes. If you really want to fuck with
I'm okay
people
with
in
it.
D&D, you attach it like okay, I'm going to attach it to your if you're bard, I attach it to your flute or your musical item. Ha, fucker. Have fun.
Yeah. I see. Yeah, that's oof. That's rough, but makes sense.
Can I cast it on a person?
You can, yeah.
So I can just cast it on him, and then no matter what, we torture
Yeah, but
him
then we
with.
can't ask him questions.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Does
you-
anyone
the
have
knife you'd be able
a
to
quill
remove.
and some ink, perhaps?
I mean, you can attach it to anything you want. It just has to be an object you can see. You can concentrate on it within 10 minutes.
We could put it on a caltrop, and I can stick it in his mouth and punch him in the jaw repeatedly.
Yeah,
Jesus.
he would whimper. I don't know how he's going to cry out in pain or scream, but yeah, I mean, there are options.
All right, so
I
we have like
have,
40 different ways to torture this man. Sounds good. We'll see if we need them.
You got 4 minutes to decide.
Yeah.
I
mean,
figure
we could just stick
should
it to a
probably
crossbow bolt.
Start by asking the questions, and then
Yeah, we could
move
stick it to
on
something
to-
like we could cast it onto something like a crossbow bolt and just stick it in his thigh, and then torture him, do what we need to do, and then as soon as he's ready to answer the questions, pull it out.
Yeah, I mean, you can attach it to basically anything like that, like whatever you want to do to.
You can literally put it on like a ring.
Yeah.
It's
Just-
an object. It doesn't have to be a pointy object. It doesn't have to be a blunt
Nearby.
object.
Hey,
Can we
I'm
crack into the
casting
eggs
it.
like smelling salts to wake him up?
I'm casting it on a fuzzy pink slipper.
Okay. You
I didn't
are
think I didn't think this through.
you pull out the fuzzy pink slipper for within 20 feet around you, 20-foot sphere radius. So 40 feet from end to end is just silence. It's a huge fucking bubble. Like you cast it and then you just watch everyone going, wait! And their mouths are just moving and there's no sound. And you're like, oh,
Yep.
silence. Wonderful.
Yep.
I think now would be a great time for Branch to take another nap. It was nice, peace, and quiet.
Well, unfortunately, the moment you fall asleep,
Yeah, it's gonna
your
break.
concentration ends.
But he's asleep now, so he won't be able to tell.
That's true. He just found a new way to go to sleep every night.
He did.
10 minutes of perfect silence and then
I
sleep.
cast silence on Zeph Severin.
You're lucky he can't
He can't hear me say that.
he can't hear you. He can't resist you. He can't dispel it.
I can't.
All verbal. Like he can't use any of his spells.
So cool.
Oh, that's
Indeed.
cruel and unusual. Okay, so unless you guys don't have any other questions, it'll be time to ask him questions.
Yeah, I think it's time. We have him gagged up, right?
I don't know. Do you? You just kind of threw him in a chair.
No, I mentioned gagging him. Did we ever actually do that?
Well, are you
We
gonna
probably
gag
should.
and tie him up or anything like that?
Yeah,
What's your plan?
yeah, like just secure him to the chair, gag
Okay.
him, all that jazz.
Okay, so who is going to tie him up?
I have pretty good sleight of hand, so I volunteer.
All right, roll for me.
Da, da, da. Okay, yeah, that is a 21 because of reliable talent.
Ooh, 21.
I was like,
Okay, that's the
above
DC
10.
to break free.
Beautiful.
21. Very nice. Okay, you kind of walk over to him. He's tied up. You've got something stuffed into his mouth to gag him. He's like, you kind of like, he was snoring before. He kind of tilted his head forward, cleared up his throat and his nose, and he's just asleep. And you gag him, and he seems to be having a hard time breathing for a moment. And then you slap him, and he goes, it almost swallows the gag for half a moment as he wakes up, and then coughs. You pull it out, and
You're not supposed to eat the gag. Jesus Christ.
he just kind of looks at you all, and he goes, like this raspy voice, what the fuck do you want?
A lot of answers.
And a lot of eggs.
You can see him struggling. You roll for him and see if he breaks free. Nope, he's fine. He struggles but doesn't break free.
I suggest you stop struggling, or I'm going to attach you to the floor a little more permanently than these ropes do.
He kind of goes, whatever, fuck you. I'm not going to tell you shit.
Yeah, okay, we'll see how long you keep up that.
So there's something to tell us. Is what you're saying.
Oh, of course there was something to tell us, Branch. Jesus Christ. Aren't you
I
asleep?
don't know anything.
In character, I'm just like, wait, when did you wake up, Branch?
All right. Well, so go ahead and make an intimidation check, Polymenides.
Yeah, I'm not super worried about actually pulling this off at the moment. My charisma also sucks, so that's fine. It's a 14. That roll
Okay.
doesn't suck, even though the modifier does.
You kind of like like your threats to him so far. He kind of looks at you, and he's like, there's a moment that passes between you. Like, he's pretty tough. He's going to tough this out. He doesn't think you can torture him enough. And there's this moment of like, you're like, oh yeah, I'm so going to torture the shit out of you.
Well, let's see how easy you would like this to go, shall we, buddy, old pal?
I'm not your
Question
pal, friend.
I'm not your friend, guy. No.
We'll leave it there.
All right. Easy ones first. Who do you work for?
The Temple of Silvanus.
Yeah, no, we both know that's a lie. Who do you actually work for?
I'm a priest of the Temple of Silvanus, you
You
piece
are
of
not
shit.
a priest of the Temple of Silvanus.
I am a priest of the Temple of Silvanus.
Branch, can you cast that spell again?
Yeah, sure.
Can you put it on? I mean, your dagger would be fine. I have daggers too. Yeah, I'd probably just put it on a dagger. I don't have it in like sword or anything that'll make this easier.
Yeah. Oh, I got a dagger. I got a sword. I got a really cool looking sword. I got an even cooler looking sword.
Dagger will probably be fine. How about we start there?
Or maybe like an arrow. You think? Maybe.
Not for what I'm doing. Not
Okay.
for what I'm doing here. Yeah.
Dagger's fine. Okay, I'll put on the dagger.
Dagger's fine for now.
No problem.
All right. Yeah. Is it now silent in this 20-foot zone around the dagger?
It is now silent. Yeah.
All right. Did we put like any socks on or anything, or are his feet still hanging out there?
I mean,
Even
he's
us.
he's still like he's in clothes, so you gave him like an extra pair of boots. Like you didn't take his boots or anything from him.
Yeah, well
Like,
then boots are coming off. We're going for the pinky toe first.
oof. Are you gonna like cut his toe off?
I'm going to slice into it for now. Not
Okay.
all the way off.
Why is that worse? I hate that.
Yeah. So it's
Between the
hanging
toes.
by. Okay, so you watch as he like looks at you, his eyes go wide, and as you start cutting into him, like you can't hear him, you're just looking at your foot at him, and he's like starts screaming. His like the rest of you are watching, his mouth is open and he is screaming. And he's just wiggling around trying to break free. He does not, he rolled a 2. After a moment, Plemons, you realize you can't hear him, and you look up and you just see him like screaming, but he seems determined at the moment. You can't talk to him still, you're in silence.
Branch
That's
starts
fair. I'm going
dancing in the
to-
background.
Oh
going to
god, this is
write,
very American Horror Story.
He's pointing and laughing, doing the Cabbage Patch.
I am absolutely going to just write and be like, "Oh, buddy, if that hurt already, I don't, I don't think you're
He
quite
looks
as
at
ready as you think you are."
he looks at you, and you see him mouth something, and you think it's a fuck you.
All right, I'm cutting the toe off.
Okay, you cut his toe off, and there's bleeding. He's at 1 hit point, mind you. And
And I
after you
have the
cut his
toe.
toe off, he starts to go into shock.
I'm going to motion.
He
to
rolled a
Arnav.
nat 20, so he goes into shock, and you watch as he like kind of steals himself, and he's back at 1 hit point. But he's bleeding. He's bleeding, but he's not dead.
I'm just gonna I'll write on the pad and be like, "Arnott, can you heal him up?"
Give me his toe.
Sure.
If you hold your hand out, Branch, I'll give you his toe.
You can't
Branch
heal him
holds his
because
hand up.
there's a set cone of silence. You need verbal components for healing.
Lay on hands, I do
That's
not
true.
believe is a verbal. Oh wait, no, you're a cleric, right?
Mm-hmm.
I just keep forgetting you're not a paladin. I don't know why. All right, well in that case, I'll use a healing potion.
Gargle it down his throat.
Gargle
Roll
it
some
down
hit
his
points
throat.
for me.
Yeah, let me go ahead and find it. There it is. Boop. 2d4 plus 2. 6.
Okay,
So,
so he's at
better
7
than
hit points. So he stops bleeding. The potion will stop him from bleeding out on his toe. It's still raw and red and missing a toe.
Yeah, but
Missing a pinky toe, but he's no longer bleeding all over the place.
How long is this room? Like related to the 20 feet that the silence.
The sphere probably fills the entire room. It's like a sitting room, kind of like a waiting room. It's big.
Sure,
But,
I just mean like in our entire suite. Can we move
Oh.
him to an area where he's not in the?
yeah,
So,
yeah. So
say
the
if I
entire
brought this
suite
over
is
the door or
is like
whatever.
100, 100 feet long. It's like 1,000 square feet, if not
Okay,
more.
cool. So we don't have to drop it quite yet.
No.
Cool.
I mean, you could literally be like Branch, walk away, and Branch can walk 20 feet away into another
Yeah.
room, and Cone of Silence is gone.
I was like, we should probably do that so that he is healthy enough to fuck with.
Okay, so Branch or whoever's going to walk away with the knife, and so you guys can talk to him again.
Yeah,
and so we could.
I'll take a quick little perimeter check.
Okay.
Go ahead and if you're going to start talking to him, Calamities, roll a intimidation check. I'll give you advantage. You literally cut this guy's toe off.
I could try. That's a 9.
You guys are going to torture the fuck out of this guy because you guys can't roll for shit.
No, it's just because you have.
It's probably fair.
I'll have Camilla
He
talk.
rolled a 19 to resist you. He just kind of looks at you as you're trying to like, hey, you going to talk yet? And he spits in your face. And he goes, do your worst, pissant.
I'm gonna be like, all right. I mean, my worst is pretty. I'm just. I'm gonna pull Camilla over. It's like I didn't want to involve her, but if you insist.
I'm gonna put on my scary face, which is very intimidating.
Okay. When you roll a 19, he just kind of looks at you, sees you're a small little kobold, and is like, just laughs.
Oh my god!
He laughs in your face, literally.
Well, you didn't call for it for the intimidation
whoops.
from Camilla, so I doubt that's canon, but it is funny.
It was funny, but
yeah, we'll queue him up for another one, Camilla.
Camilla, you want to make him realize you should be taken seriously.
Ooh,
what do you
Camilla,
do
do you
to
wanna,
intimidate him?
Hold his face so that he's looking at you while we do these things to him.
That's terrifying.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna
the
take
point of
out
the
a dagger and threaten to poke his eye out.
Like,
Ooh,
get it real
okay.
close to that eye?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I will give you advantage because you got calamities there. So, like you jump into his lap. I mean, you're a 3 foot tall.
Hell yeah.
You jump into his lap, grab his face with your clawed hand, your hand's in his mouth, and you're like, you pull out your rustiest, your worst looking dagger and poke it up near his eye. Now roll a perception or a persuade, intimidation check. You have advantage. Okay.
That's right on average.
He rolled a 14 with his bonuses would put him under. He looks at you, Camilla, as you kind of take the edge of the knife and you put it right under his eyelid. Like you start to push it down so you can get to the juicy part of his eye, and his eyes go wide for a moment, and he is definitely like not moving. Because he's afraid if he moves, he's gonna get stabbed in the eye.
Yeah.
What do you ask him? Calamities has a list of questions, so if you want to,
they're in the Google Doc. You can read them.
Yeah.
Who do you work for?
He says, "I work for Jimot."
All right. Jimot.
Which you guys know is the priest that was in charge. He was the one you guys met originally.
Yeah.
How many fake priests are in the temple?
He tells you 5 others.
Oh my god. Why are you all pretending to be priests of Silvanus?
So he kind of goes into this random, like, blathering of stuff that doesn't really seem coherent or make sense. But what you can get from it as he's kind of blathering is that Jimot is seeking to observe someone, and that that they all know he's envious of this person. It's a woman with black hair and purple eyes. But like the rest of it's all incoherent. Worshippers, power. Jimot's trying to usurp somebody, and he covets their power. But
Black hair and purple eyes sure sounds like someone you've heard a little bit about recently.
Why the heck did you all do that to Brother Thomlin?
He says that he didn't do it, and he gets really defensive. I didn't do it. It wasn't me. It wasn't me. Like, don't hurt me. It wasn't me. You kind of, I'll keep with the roll, but you kind of shift a little bit, like you dance on his legs, and kind of push on his chest with your clawed hands, and you're like, oh, maybe I'll take you like a tooth out afterward. And he kind of goes, yeah, it was Jimot did it. Jimot, he needed it to start a ritual, to open a portal.
Portal to where?
He does not know. He says that it
Yeah, this guy's
radiates
useless.
heat and noxious gas
Ooh,
after the port after it was completed.
where is the portal? And does it still open?
So he says the portal is still open. He tells you and confesses that they go and make nightly trips. That Jimot does at the very least. He receives messages and strength, although you're not sure what that is. As for where it is, he is resisting. Make another intimidation check. You have advantage.
Above 10.
Holy
Oh!
shit.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh!
Okay, well, he rolled a 2. So you-
God.
I'm not going to get too graphic here, but essentially you
Yeah, that's oof.
dance on him a little bit more, take the knife and kind of act like you drop it, and it stabs into his thigh. And he goes, ah! And then you move your claw up to his face and you like scratch by his eye, and you're like, oh, you don't want to move too much. I might stab you in the eye by accident. Or you might lose a tongue. And he it starts to freak out because you're hurting him, but threatening to maim him. And he fully believes you because you're this small little kobold, but you're a fucking kobold. Like, the fuck? It's a giant lizard in your face. He tells you it's underneath the temple, and the entrance is underneath the altar. And there's a set of stones that have to be pressed in the correct order to open it. He does not know the combination.
Oh, dang it.
Yeah, he does tell you that it was a shrine or some kind of memorial to a forgotten hero of Silvanus at some point in centuries past, and that's all he knows about it.
Do we know, or does he know anything else about Jimot?
He tells you that he knew, he never met Jimot until about a month ago. He was a priest. This guy was a priest originally, but with one of the different gods. And he just felt like he wasn't going anywhere, especially with the civil war going on. He was kind of left behind. But Jimot promised him power, and since joining him, he has received gifts, is what he calls it.
What kind of gifts?
Before he could barely cast any kind of magic. Now he can cast spells easily. In fact, go ahead and roll. Just make it a. No, you wouldn't know anything necessarily. I'll let you roll. You'll roll in a disadvantage. It'll be a religion check.
That's fair.
Just so you know, the DC you have to beat is 15.
No.
Yeah, so he starts rambling about things to you about spells and religion, and you're like, I don't know what the fuck you're talking.
That I might know.
You can roll a religion check, just a straight
I look
roll.
over at Arnok and I'm just like, what?
What the fuck is this guy on about? Oh,
That's not better.
It's not making much sense.
torture will do that to you.
Yeah, the only thing you'll get out of it, Arnok, is that you guys have seen them cast like cultists cast demonic looking spells. He's talking more what the gist you get it is actually holy spells. So some kind of cleric based spells.
Okay.
Not warlock based spells or anything like that. And anything else?
What is everyone planning to do with this portal?
That he doesn't know. He just knows that Jimot learned about portals in this way from the woman with black hair, and that he's trying to usurp her in some way, but he doesn't know much. He's basically I don't know. We go down to this room and we pray around it. Sometimes we sacrifice somebody and we get powers. Like he says, like the portal opens and there's a misty figure that he never can see clearly, and then they get strong. Like all of them get stronger in some way. That's all he knows. Like why he doesn't give a shit. He does tell you one last thing that he knows. He says that to open the initial portal, it required the beating heart of an innocent person. Very demonic stuff.
That is my entire list, so unless anybody has anything else, but I feel like that's pretty good info to go off of.
Now what do we do with him?
Great question.
No?
We can't let him go.
He's at 7 hit points. Honestly, I'll say he's at like 5 hit points. You know, the dagger stab, you know, a little bit.
Yeah, I feel like we kind of hit like a point of no return where we can't really just let him go back out.
Yeah, we'd have to dump him pretty far away and make it look unbelievable if we wanted to not murder him.
I mean, the toilet's an option.
No living material will go through the toilet.
Well, he wouldn't
Who
be
said
living
it's gonna
if
be
we put him
living?
into the toilet.
I didn't say it had to be living. I just said it. No living material. What you want to do with him is what you want to do with him. It's up to you.
I mean, it's not so much what we want to do with him. We're down to need to dispose of him now.
Well, I will say all of you go ahead and roll a religion check. Arnok, you can roll with advantage because you have this as a skill typically. I should rephrase this. So if you are proficient with this, then you get to roll with advantage. Otherwise, no. Well, Arnok and Camilla.
And Nami.
You know, look at that. 6 and 7. Okay. There's a certain symmetry to that. 20, 21,
There is,
and 6 and 7. kind of fitting. So Camilla and Arnok, you're pretty confident that if this guy didn't have much in terms of abilities or powers or anything beforehand, whatever, if you guys can stop this ritual or whatever is going on with it, and make it go away, then odds are his powers will go away as well. So you would just go back to being a normal little peasant commoner.
Is there any way we can keep the
Who's murdered people?
down there?
Arnok, you are a murder hobo in every game.
Not every game.
Most games.
What if we just keep him prisoner for a while?
That's what I was saying. Like, can we keep the workers out of this room?
I mean, yeah, you guys pay a shit ton for the room. If you tell them, hey, don't go into my room, they're not going to go into your room.
We can make Severin his babysitter.
Severin hasn't been coming out of the bag. He hasn't come out of the bag yet, but I mean, he can certainly do so.
I mean, it seems like a fair option, because if they're going to find us having this dude tied up in the room anyways, who the fuck gives a shit if they also see Severin? They've caught us for something. Yeah, we just tell him to keep out of the room. We can keep him locked up here.
Yeah, that might be the best idea.
Yeah, I figure we just put him in probably like the farthest back, hardest to access room, and be like, don't come in the room for a little while. Working on some sensitive stuff.
Okay, so one of you, doesn't matter who, go ahead and just roll a d20. I'm just going to try and knock this guy out.
That's fair. Hashtag fuck it. 15.
Okay. Easy enough. He's tied up. You hit him in the head, and he's like looking at Camilla, like terrified, and his eyes roll back into his head, and he just kind of is knocked out. You gag him again. Severin, you pull him out of the bag, and he recreates his body, and so he's just floating. He pulls on the robes. Like he pulls the robes out of the bag and puts them on, and it's a little weird. It's just a floating robes and a body.
All right. Yeah.
Can't see his hands or his feet. but he just kind of looks at you, and you kind of tell him, "Hey, what's going on?" He summons the staff, and he's like, "I can just hit him over the head every hour if you want, and keep him unconscious."
Concussions aren't a concern because we're not doctors.
Nope. And he's like, "Hey, man, if he gets
that's how
too
we
much
keep
out of
all of our problems unconscious. What's the problem with it?
yeah," he's like, "If he gets out of hand, I'll just burn him alive. You know, I can do that. Fireball."
I mean, if it comes to it, Severin's more than capable of handling this guy. So
Yeah, he could just do this Mordecai's sword and just one shot him. Oh. Amongst all of the other spells. Okay, yeah. So Severin's going to be here at the inn then, keeping an eye on this guy. He did tell you, so this guy did tell you that Jimot and them do the they do it at night. That's when they go and visit this place. It is only like 2:00 in the afternoon right now.
Hum-de-dum-de-dum. All right, how do you guys want to go about investigating this church space and their spooky portal and all that?
I say it's this guy's time.
We do also have to determine the code to get down there. Which might just be easiest since they go down there nightly anyways, if we just spy on them while they do.
Yeah.
Is he still wearing his like priestly attire?
He is not. No,
Not wearing
stripped
it.
him.
No, we stripped it.
he's not
Do we
wearing
have-
them. But one thing to be aware of is like, if you guys just show up in his priest gear,
Yeah.
somebody like they're gonna
It's
know.
be more suspicious.
Yeah, I mean the five of them and
Well-
Jimot are all pretty much aware of who's in their inner circle and who's not. They're gonna be like, "You don't belong here with us."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, never mind. Sometimes I still think I'm Gherkin.
You're not drinking at the moment. No. So, I mean, you guys have two options, really. You guys can go and do something else, or you just can say, "Hey, we want to wait until night," and you guys go and prepare however you want, and then go and do that stuff for the next prepare.
That's fair. Let's see. The other thing we can do is investigate those sewers for this Thornby guy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I leave that question up to the rest of the party then.
Branch isn't that big. He's not big on sewers. I don't know if anyone else is though.
Yeah, maybe we try and look for Thornby while we stew on a plan for how to get into the temple.
I mean, I still
the
think
portal.
staking it out is probably the best option, but that's going to take a while, so.
Yeah, it could take a.
If we're just killing
could take a
time,
while.
then yeah, we can definitely look for
Side
Thornby.
quest.
Side quest.
Or another branch of main quest.
Maybe.
Ooh.
Maybe.
A main side quest.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Okay. Well, so you guys decide to go and investigate Thornby? Is that what you're doing?
Yep, it's Sower's time.
Yeah.
It was time.
Sower's
Okay.
time.
So we'll say Dalvin gave you at least a general location of where in town, like the sewer entrances. You guys make it back there, to that area, no problem. It's not the best part of town, not surprising. But go ahead and roll just a stealth. It's again middle of the day, and you guys are looking to go down a sewer hole.
Sewer hole? Sewer hole. Where's that button? Haha.
6.
All right, Branch.
I knew it. I knew it.
Wow.
That's why I didn't want to roll. I knew the.
Well, thankfully, yeah, I would say again, you guys are kind of down the center. Camilla and Calamities, you're like, oh, I think we might find a sewer entrance down like this like alleyway. Like, oh, there's we see something, maybe we can go down that way. And meanwhile, Arnok and Branch are like, you guys are like starting to head that way, and some of the civil guards see you guys and they're like, hey, what are you doing? And you're just like, fuck. You turn to talk to the civil guard. There's a squad of 5 of them that walk up and, hey, what are you guys doing? And your distraction
What are you
helps
doing?
Calamities and Camilla sneak in to the sewers, no problem. But the civil guard look at you and they go, our job, we're trying to keep riffraffs from causing problems. Are you causing any problems here, sir?
No.
Why are you standing in this alleyway looking shady as fuck?
Never. Me?
I like alleys.
That's nice.
Being
Move
in
along
alleys.
then. Find a different one.
But I like this one.
Them other alleys can't deny.
Very nicely played. Very nicely played. They just kind of go, we don't give a shit. Keep moving. Keep moving or we'll arrest you.
That's unnecessary and uncalled for.
Disturbing the peace is always an issue. Keep moving.
Y'all are disturbing my peace. I'm just in this alley, hanging out.
We don't care a fuck about you whatsoever, sir. Move.
He's here just trying to enjoy a succulent Chinese meal.
What is the crime?
The crime is enjoying
Eating a
this
succulent Chinese meal.
Yes. Yeah, they don't give a shit. They are literally like one. Like they rolled a nat 20 to insight you. They know there's something shady going on here for you. They are not going to let up. By the way, this is what the civil guard uniform looks like. That's what they wear. They don't have spears necessarily, but they do wear that type of uniform.
Jesus, that's funny.
But they're just like, yeah, keep moving. Either that or do you want to come with us?
I walk to the other side of the alley.
They go, down the street. Keep walking, buddy.
I moved. You told me to keep moving. I'm moving.
Don't be sitting in no alleys. We're here watching you.
That's rude.
They look over at you, Branch. Well, what about you?
Yeah, man, I'm just a man. I'm just enjoying this nice alley, and
They kind of just roll their eyes and they say, move down the street and keep going with your business now.
Oh God.
Branch, he pulls out some eggs. He pulls out 4 eggs.
Okay, there's 5 of them, just so you know.
5 eggs? No,
There's five of the civil guard.
Oh, okay. All right. It says, gather round, ye guards. And he starts juggling the eggs.
Okay, make a performance check.
Oh my God.
It's an 8.
Okay. How many eggs you pulled out? You said 4?
Yeah, 4.
Roll a d4. You want to roll low.
3.
You're like, gather round, folks, and watch the amazing Branch. You throw up the eggs and you fumble, and one of them hits you in the head and just egg down the side of your face, and you kind of blink, and you're like, shit. 2 of the eggs hit each other and shatter and just explode. And then you catch the other one. You're just kind of like trying to juggle it. And the guards just kind of look at each other. They look at you, and they say, "No, fuck this. You're coming with us." And they grab you, Branch, and they start lugging you down out of the alleyway. So
God.
2 guards got you arm by arm. The other 3 guards, Arnok, are coming towards you down the alleyway, and they're like, "You're coming with us."
Oh gosh. Sorry, Arnok.
Ah.
I cast Etherealness.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, you vanish. It lasts for 1 round. There's buildings next to you, and it's a busy street. You just vanish, and they go, "Wait, what the fuck? Where'd he go?" The 3 guards look back at where you were, Branch, and you're gone. They look at Arnok. I'm assuming you're stunned, Arnok.
I'm resigned.
You're resigned?
I'm
Okay,
resigned.
they
Damn it.
charge, like the 3 guards look and they run towards you, and they pull out their swords, and they put them up to your chest, and they're like, "You're not going anywhere. You're under arrest." And they're like, "Where's your friend? Where did he go?" Branch, you got like 6 seconds. What do you want to do? You can walk through walls, mind you. You can do all that shit.
Oh shoot, I didn't think this far.
I can't imagine why.
Think, Branch, think.
This is going really well.
Mm.
Okay, so they're all surrounded.
So
They're
3 of the
surrounding
5,
Arnok,
3
right?
of them have surrounded Arnok, or they're heading in Arnok's direction. The other 2 have got their hands on their swords, like the hilts of their swords, and they're like looking around for you. They're not sure where you just went. They were holding on to you, and then you vanished. Like you're literally standing in between them, like at the moment, like, "Haha, fuckers!" Oh shit!
All right, I know just what to do.
Tee-hee.
All right, so I moved back probably around like 60 feet behind the 2 in the back,
Uh-huh.
and I come out of Etherealness, eggs ready, and I start throwing. I'm
You
chucking
throw
eggs.
the eggs at them.
I'm getting their
Oh.
attention.
I'm getting stabbed.
Okay, so did you go down the alleyway?
Yes.
Okay, so you're following the other 3 guards that are heading down the alleyway towards Arnok.
Or
So think of it this way.
so
So
there was
there's
3 around Arnok, and there was 2 where I was looking.
yeah. So think
looking
of it
for
this
me,
way. So
right?
it's an alleyway. So there's an entrance and an exit on both sides for 2 different streets. You guys were standing at one entrance. At one point, Arnok went, "Well, I'm just going to walk to the other side of the alley," which is what he did, leaving you with the 5 guards. So the 3 guards. So you disappeared. The 3 guards are walking down the alleyway to the opposite end to get to Arnok. So if you go down the alleyway after them, you're kind of following behind them.
Oh, okay. So there's guards covering both sides then?
You would, yeah. I mean, if you want, so another thing you could do, you could literally go through the ground to where Calamities and Camilla are probably looking through a sewer drain, looking at this going on, going, "Oh my fucking god." But I mean, if you wanted to go through the ground to them and disappear, you totally can. Is an option
Nah,
too.
I have to help Arnok out. I can't just leave him out.
Disappear into
Okay.
ground
So
branch.
instead of that, then I will go on the opposite side of Arnok.
Disappear
I'll
into the
go.
ground branch.
Branch can do whatever he wants. Okay, so
And then I'll reappear. Just in my head, I'm picturing an angle where I'm on the opposite side of the guards, to where I can get their attention away from Arnok.
So probably won't be an option. I wish I had a picture of this. Would be so much easier. So let's go back to the map real quick. So I'm going to use these commoners. They're the guards. So we'll say this entire thing is like this section right here. Or let me do this. We'll do this the easy way. Haha, I can make shapes.
That's
No,
a square.
I don't want a square. I want a line. Haha.
The square goes in the square hole.
It does. Okay, so we'll say make another one. Okay, so the red, 2 red, that's the alleyway, for example. So Branch, let's say you were here. So you both were kind of here. We use the commoners as the guards. They came up and they were like, "Hey, what are you guys doing? You guys shouldn't be here. Move along," kind of thing. And you guys were like, "No." So they said, "Go to a different, go down the street. Don't hang out in the alleyway." Arnok said, "Okay," and he walked down the alleyway to the other end. And the guards went, "No, no, no, no. That's not what we're talking about." So Branch, these 2 guards came and grabbed you. They were going to arrest you. Then you disappeared. So we'll just make this like this. You went pink. You went disappeared. At the same time, the other 3 guards were moving down the alleyway this way towards, we'll say they got to about here, towards Arnok. And then you disappeared. They turned around and went, "What the fuck?"
Oh,
Where'd
so
you
they're
go?
not already at Arnok yet.
No, they're so the time you disappeared, you would have, because I think it's an action. So you still have your regular movement. But they're basically gonna get to Arnok. They're almost to him at this point. But they have their swords drawn. Like, you're not going anywhere. You're under arrest. These 2 guards by you, Branch, are just confused as fuck. They don't know where you went.
Okay, so I thought they already had Arnok surrounded.
Unless you want to move, that's what they're going to have happen in just a second.
All right, so in that case, I'm just gonna move through the ground towards towards Camilla and Calamities.
Okay, you disappear into the ground. Like, you're like, "Oh shit!" Like, you push your feet down, like you're trying to step through it. It feels like mud, and then you kind of will yourself through the ground, and you push yourself out, and you find yourself in the sewer. It's dark. You can't smell anything at the moment because you're on the ethereal plane, and then you appear normally next to Camilla and Calamities. They kind of look at you for a moment. I don't know how they react otherwise, but the 3 of you now are in the sewers with Arnok by himself.
Uh,
All right, Arnok. They come over and they have their swords drawn. They go, "Where'd your friend go?"
Who said he was my friend? He was just here. He was selling me eggs. Have you seen egg prices recently?
Yeah, they're not that expensive. Come with us. They take your weapons from you, and they just kind of grab you. They manacle your arms unless you're going to resist.
Yeah, that's a bad life choice. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So they arrest you. It's not going to be super big deal, just gameplay wise, just so you know. They kind of just drag you off. You guys just watch as Arnok disappears, and you're like, "Oh, okay, well, he's going to jail."
yeah, they'll have to figure out a charge to keep him there. That's fine.
Yeah. You're like, "Oh, great. Okay, bye." That oh, wow, that went from that was not what I expected any of that to happen.
Yeah, that was something.
Oh my gosh. Branch, thank you. So good.
Wow.
You, okay. So the 3 of you, what do you guys want to do at the moment?
I guess it's time to start looking for Thornbeam.
Okay. Go ahead and make we'll say an investigation check. Very nice. Okay. So Calamities, it takes you guys wander kind of the sewers for, like, it's dark in here. There's no light. Do you guys have torches or anything you guys want to light? Unless you have dark vision. I don't know if all of you have dark vision.
I think we all have dark vision.
Because Cobalt's Paxi.
Okay, so dark vision. So you guys kind of wander around a little bit, and it takes you maybe about an hour or so, maybe a little bit longer. and you find what looks to be like a handprint that's just smeared across the wall that was blood. It's
yeah, it seems.
what's your yeah, so it just looks like it's smeared on the wall. You're not sure how old it is, but it definitely is a handprint.
I mean, I guess we go in the direction it looks like it was smearing.
Okay, so I'll have you keep your roll. So you go
Good.
kind of follow it a little bit. You find some other spots of blood where somebody obviously had been hurt, and you come across like you actually see some rats at first, and you kind of walk around the corner, and the smell hits you, and it's definitely a dead body. But it is a body that's being eaten by rats at the moment. There's maybe 5 or 6 rats chewing on the body.
Ah, okay.
Like how are they rodents of unusual size kind of rats, or are they just like
They
rats?
are just normal sized rats.
I thought we were dealing with like a master splinter situation.
No master splinter situation. No.
Campaign
Alright,
we were running.
Can I take a look at the body and see why they're dead in a sewer?
Yeah, medicine check.
It's worth
It's going to be
initiative.
pretty high DC because he's being eaten.
Oh well, that's fantastic.
You're like, yeah, he's being eaten by rats and he's dead.
I can't believe the rats killed him.
You know, the rats killed him.
The rats here is a serious issue. They need to do something about that.
Yes. Yeah, you're not sure. He's definitely dead.
Wait, I thought you said this wasn't a master splinter situation.
It's not a master splinter situation, no.
Oh boy.
He didn't find any turtles, okay?
Well, I'm gonna check him for like
Yet.
ID. Something to see who the hell this guy is, if he has any identifying anything on him.
Oh yeah, they totally go on clandestine robbing, thieving missions, and they carry an ID. If I'm caught, this is who I am. You find nothing.
He has nothing, not like an ID card, but like anything distinctive.
Oh, okay. So you're like looking for like tattoos or markings.
Sure,
anything
yeah,
like...
like tattoos, I don't know, a prominent scar or some shit like that.
Okay.
I don't think they told us any of that about Thornby, but it would be worth noting.
They did not, but go ahead and make a investigation check.
Yiggity. Well, goddamn.
You don't find any, like, there's no scars that are obviously like, hey, this is a nasty scar on the side of his face or anything like that. I mean, there are scars across his body that you can see. It's kind of difficult to tell for sure from the bites of the rats.
Yeah.
But you do find that on his left arm, right on the back, like right by his elbow, right above his elbow, on the back of his arm, there is what appears to be, it looks like a shield and a sword icon. It's maybe the size of a coin, so like a 50-cent piece for us. It's about that size. It's pretty small.
Okay. No. It's something to go on. Do you have anything on him at all, or is it just a body being eaten by rats?
It's a body being eaten by rats. Make a medicine check for me here.
I'm gonna be convinced it's a body murdered by rats, just like oh.
Well, you didn't have to roll that high, but damn, I was going to give you a bonus. Like your DC was much lower from your investigation. Okay, you start looking through the body, and you notice that there's these bruise marks where it looks like he was wearing armor. Like you recognize the strap bruise marks. So he was wearing some kind of leather armor at one point. He's not anymore, but he looks like he was basically pillaged. Like somebody took the shit off of him. And you realize his boots are missing too, which is a good sign that somebody looted the body. But he was killed by, it looks to be like a crossbow bolt in the back. But there is a bunch of, like, he has stab wounds in his chest and stomach as well. But the final coup de grace was a crossbow bolt into the back, probably right through his heart.
Okay. All right, Branch, I'm sorry to say, but the rats did not kill this man. Unless the rats know how to operate crossbows. And
Okay,
knives.
Mr. Detective.
Huh. Alright. Well, that's
Obviously.
certainly less than fun. If this is Thornby, that sounds super happy. If it's not Thornby, it's still concerning.
I just want to say that arrow is obviously planted by those rats to make you think that it wasn't them.
That's why I asked you if I could operate a crossbow, Branch. Okay.
Is this
Do we just kind of leave them here?
stops? I mean, the rats will finish them off. We don't have to worry about burying anything.
Well, I mean, I guess.
Circle of life and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really want to lug a dead body back through the streets to be like, Silvanus, is this Thornby?
Yeah, you're not sure if it is Thornby, but I mean, you definitely have enough information at this point to be like, hey, we can describe this person.
Exactly.
This person that you're in before you is a halfling, by the way.
Oh, so he's easy to carry. We might as well just take him back.
Okay,
You want to
however,
this guy's
we
been
don't
dead for like 3 days, by the way.
we don't have to carry a rotting corpse through the streets. And since they didn't describe him at all to us, if we describe him, that's still good enough. Because he's like, well, I didn't tell you that, so yeah, that's Thornby. Summary. I'm not picking this guy up. I can't stop Branch from doing anything, but
we could always just sever his head and put it in a bag of holding.
oh sweet
Christ.
Christ.
Give Severin a new friend.
Oh God.
You don't even know how Severin got made the first time.
Listen. I can hope for a second Severin.
You can certainly hope all you want. I will not deny you that. All right. Well, where to next?
Let me just gotta report the Dalevan, and I mean, I can't really. Branch can't really help or not get out of jail. I guess Camilla maybe could with that silver tongue.
Who are you to count Branch out so quickly, huh?
What the goddamn happened up there? Did Arnok just get lugged off to jail?
No, he's the guards asked him if he wanted to go get some drinks at the local tavern, and I guess he was thirsty, so he went with him.
What? Why would they ask that, and why would he go?
Oh, just being friendly is all.
They didn't look very friendly.
Looks can be deceiving, my friend.
You're right, Branch. You look like somebody with a couple more brain cells.
I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you, Calamity.
You're welcome, buddy.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I guess he's out drinking with the guards.
Branch, please tell me that you're an orange-haired cat or tabaxi.
I'm all black. He's an all black cat.
Born into the wrong family of tabaxi, then.
The rest of his family is all like a bunch of wizards.
The rest of my family is orange cat. Somehow I'm the black cat, the black sheep.
The black sheep right there. Makes so much more sense now.
the black sheep of the orange cats.
Hell yeah.
That just sounds so bad. My family shares a brain cell. I don't.
I was born and they were like, oh, the dumb one.
Yeah, it like skips a generation or something. I don't know.
Oh my gosh. That's just too good. All right, what do you guys want to do?
All right, I'm gonna join from my phone real quick because I need to move my laundry around. So I'm gonna mute, but I'll be able to hear everybody.
All right.
I propose we should probably go help
All
Arnak
right,
out,
let's
and then.
go, guys. So
Oh wait, right. I don't
he
think
might
Arnak's
not.
in trouble. I guess we would go to Dalevon? Question mark. Since
So
apparently Arnak is just out.
there's a
drinking.
chance that Arnok might not be out drinking and that he might be in jail.
Well, then I'd say on that chance.
And
we
I
should
might have had
probably-
something to do with that.
I don't know. Knowing the two of you, he probably had just as much to do with it. Camilla, you ready to go sweet talk somebody out of jail?
Let's do it.
All right.
Let's do it. Okay. So you are gonna go and get Arnold out of jail. Oh my god. What is this chaos? Okay. So we'll switch to Arnok. Arnok, they manacle you, they start lugging you down through the streets. One of the guards has your weapons and equipment. Other than your armor, anything like your stuff like that. They bring you to the local civil guard barracks. There's a jail section attached to it. You kind of look around, and as you get thrown in, and you can see as you're thrown into the cell, like it's kind of a courtyard opening area, but they kind of like throw you in, and they're like, okay, you're here for the moment. We'll call you up in a bit. The guards kind of explain to the like somebody like at the desk explain what's going on. They write it down on a ledger, take down some information, and then the 5 guards go back on patrol. About an hour goes by, and another 3 guards kind of come up and they motion for you to forward. They ask you a couple of pointed questions. What's your name? What you're doing in the city? Where are you from? Do you provide them that information, or what do you say? What do you do?
I provide them with the information that they ask for, but nothing more.
Okay, easy enough. They don't ask anything beyond that. Watch the woman. It's a woman. She writes in the ledger the information and kind of jots it down. You're assuming that she's jotting it down like you are inmate number whatever, and so she's writing down that information officially. They just kind of leave you there, and they go, "Okay, well, the judge will see you tomorrow, or the magistrate, I should say, will see you tomorrow. You're just stuck here." And that's what
I
they leave
don't
it.
even know what I did.
Disturbing the peace is what they threw you in here for.
I was standing.
Well, they claim you were disturbing the peace, causing a ruckus. Accurate or not, it's a whole nother story.
I think the guards are on the take.
They are not corrupt guards. Not these ones, at least. All right. Well, Polemides Branch and Camilla, you guys, it's not very hard. It's closest jail within where you guys were when you guys came out, of like when you went into the sewers. It's pretty easy to find the barracks, the civil guard barracks. You can ask some pointed questions and they'll send you on the way.
Woohoo! Jailbreak time.
I mean, what do you guys want to do? I'll say you guys are standing outside of it right now.
All right. So we got a couple choices. We can bribe them. We can intimidate them. Probably not the best case because we'll probably be surrounded very quickly. Or we can just wait.
We just wait outside for 2 days.
So just for additional context, there are, it's one of the guild barracks. So it's a jail. It's kind of like going to a police station. There are, guards everywhere. There's civil guard everywhere. They're kind of coming and going, doing reports, etc. You would estimate that there's probably anywhere from 50 to 60 of them in the building alone. At the moment, I mean, it's just basically a police station is the easiest way to describe it for me.
All right, so intimidation's out of the question. Let's see if there's some kind of fantasy bail or some bribery we can do. Or
Sounds like-
or one of us can try and persuade or something.
appeal to it. Is that what you guys want to try and do? Like what Calamity said, appeal to the guards.
It's not worth the trying to convince them. It's not worth the effort and paperwork they're gonna have to do.
Sure, you guys can certainly do that. Who is going to do the talking?
I shall.
You shall. Okay. Is anybody else going with you, or is it just the three of you going in, or is just you going in, Camilla?
I think it's for everyone's best interest that Branch stays. Yep, that's just Calamity said it too.
Branch stays out. Okay, Branch, you find a spot to clean up the egg mess on your face, all that stuff. Camilla and Calamities, you guys walk into the guard barracks. There's a woman kind of sitting behind a desk. She looks up at you and she goes, "Yes, can I help you?" And she's a human, by the way.
Yeah, I think you have our buddy in here. Dragonborn.
A name for him?
Arnok?
Arnok. One moment, and she kind of ruffles through some paperwork and then pulls out a ledger, looks down, and she goes, yes, Arnok here. For disturbing the peace. He came in just a few hours ago. Are you here to visit?
I think it was just a misunderstanding.
Disturbing the peace in these times is not a misunderstanding.
Yeah, but how was he disturbing the peace?
I'm not sure. I wasn't there. I am here as one of the magistrate's assistants to write down the crimes that have been committed by those here. All I have is that the guards reported him for disturbing the peace and brought him here.
And how much paperwork are you going to have to do for this case?
It's not much.
But what if you could do none?
Well, I will have to do some regardless. He's scheduled to go to see the magistrate tomorrow. Clearly, though, I know where you're going with this. You're not the first person to come into this branch and ask for leniency. If you're looking to appeal his situation, you have two options. You can go before the magistrate tomorrow and voice your concerns and appeal to them, or he can take a plea of guilty at the moment and pay the fine, and we'll be free to leave.
What about
So just for context, I'll add some context. This is stuff your characters would know. So when it comes to crimes in the Empire, it's like not necessarily a scale, but the more severe the crime is, the more likely it is going to be written down on an official record and passed between cities and parts of the Empire. So like murder, robbery, threatening a lord, anything like those will get you major jail time or fines. The basic fine here is basically a misdemeanor. They're like, hey, just admit guilt. The base fine is going to be a set price, or you can go in front of the magistrate who will give the judgment. And if they do the magistrate, you have a choice to appeal it, to consider or ask them to reduce it, or just throw it out. But it's up to you guys. If you just want to get him out right now, you can just pay the fine and be done with it.
How much is?
The fine would be 5 silver.
Oh. I throw 5 silver up on the desk. I'm like, let's just.
You were expecting more, weren't you?
I was.
You got to remember, so copper, most people live off copper in the world. So 5 silver is quite a bit. So you just throw 5 silver onto the bench. She marks it down. She asks for your name because she's writing in who paid for it. That's all it is.
Angela 7 spine.
She writes that down. She gives you a receipt for it, a little piece of paper that says you paid for it. She shouts to one of the guards. They come over and she tells them Arnok is free to go. The fine has been paid. And Arnok, a few minutes later, you are standing there in front of Camilla and the bench, and they're handing you your equipment, and you're free to go.
Yay. Definitely looking to go with guards, though. They seemed kind of shady.
For 5 silver, they were super shady. Super shady. 5 silver. How dare they?
All right, well, thank you. Let's leave. I don't like it here.
You leave. No problem. Okay. Here, I will also, since this has come up now, there are laws of city laws. This would be very similar since the city of Ebenstall is nearby. I will put this in. I don't know if I can put it in your chat. It might be too long. Let's see if it'll let me. It will. In a very weird format. So those are the list of crimes and things that can be fine in the costs of everything. If you really want to look at it, there is a legal system. But yeah, you guys are fine. It's 6 o'clock in the evening at the moment for you guys.
Well, did y'all learn anything while I was on vacation?
Yeah, there is a rat infestation in the city, and they know how to shoot crossbows.
Troubling. Very troubling.
I see we start
Oh,
heading to the den.
and
So
also we
report
found a
findings.
dead. The way we found that out was we found a dead body in the sewers, but that's not as important.
No, clearly the crossbow-wielding rats are significantly more dangerous. I bet we could tame them and train them to shoot crossbows for us.
Oh, I definitely could. I got some tricks up my sleeve when it comes to rats.
Too bad they don't work on city guards.
Get enough rats, we don't have to worry about city guards.
Oh my god.
Fair.
Especially with crossbow wielding rats.
I say we figure out if this tattoo and scar description of this halfling matches Thornby.
All right.
Going back to
What's the plan? Are you guys heading to the den then?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
6 p.m. seems like a good time for den activities.
Okay. You guys head off to the den. Not a problem. You guys show up, and it is very busy now. You guys showed up in the middle of the day before, early in the morning. This place is packed. There are people, before there was maybe 20 or 30 people. There's 3 times that now. There's 90 to 100 plus. The tables are full. People are gambling, drinking, all kinds of stuff. You do see Dale Vaughn sitting back with his feet kicked up at a table playing cards. There's 3 other people at the table playing with him. They all look disheveled and kind of frazzled, and he's just got this smirk on his face as he's holding the cards close to his chest. But he doesn't even look at you, and he goes, "Ah, you are back. I'll be with you in just a moment." And he looks around the table. "Gentlemen, Do you continue to care to wager on this game here, or do you want to fold? What will it be? The three gentlemen, they all kind of like look at each other, look at their cards. Two of them shake their heads, put their cards down and fold, and the other one goes, "No, I can't lose. I call." And he slams down like a gold piece. And Dale Vaughn goes, "Ha! For a single gold? Is that all you're going to raise me? I thought you played higher stakes than this." The man kind of looks around nervously. Are you gonna play or not, huh? What are you gonna do? You don't have a good hand. Dale Vaughn's kind of, "Ha! My good sir. Aces over kings." And he puts down the cards, and the man's face just goes pale, and he goes, I, um, uh, I, and he goes, "Don't worry, sir. We'll deal with your payment shortly. I have friends of mine to deal with at the moment." And he stands up, and you see him lean over. Dalen leans over and talks to one of the people you noticed before. She's like she's a half orc, very big and bulky, like she's buff. But he says something to her, and she nods and just kind of folds her arms, looking at the guy that lost. Dale goes, "Well, welcome back, my friends. I see you've returned. Have you found anything about our missing acquaintance?"
No, but there's these things with the rats. It's a huge thing.
I see. The rats. Yes, the rats are everywhere in this town, if you know what I mean. He kind of
Yeah.
glances back at the man that just lost, and he goes, "This is best to deal with them quickly and swiftly in a timely manner. But that is besides the point. Do you have nothing for me then? Why have you
No,
returned?"
well, the way we found out about the rats was they took down this dude in the sewers, and he had like a tattoo on his arm of a shield, and I wasn't paying too much else to what was going on besides the rats, because the rats are just very distracting and important. But I'm sure everyone else will be delighted to tell you the rest of the details.
Very well. And he kind of looks at you and raises an eyebrow at Camilla and the Polamides and Arnok.
Camilla, you've been doing a great job talking, so.
Yeah, this chewed up body had a tattoo like here, and I point on the back of my arm where the tattoo was. It's like a sword and a shield.
Yes, that sounds like
It's a
Kaylin.
halfling? Oh,
Yes.
who?
Kaylin was good friends with Thornby. Not surprising the two of them went in the job together, but it's definitely not Thornby. No.
Well, I guess we're going back to the sewers.
Well, if you found Kaylin, Kaylin used to. He had a thing for a woman. What was her name? He looks over at the orc lady and goes, "What was that woman's name again? The one that Kaylin seemed to have a fascinating for." And she goes, it was Tilda. Or Tilly, I'm sorry. Tilly was her name. He find her full name because she gives the full name. It's Tilly Muddlepot. She is the owner of the tavern, the Blackened Oak. Is what she says. And he goes, "Oh, yes, that's right. The Blackened Oak. Ha ha. Memories. They come to me sometimes. Well, perhaps she would know something more."
Well, I guess Arnok is going to get to go drinking.
Better than my last vacation.
You get vacations in D&D? Oh, wait, you do.
I do.
Called downtime.
I guess
All
off
right.
to the blackened oak.
All right, so it is getting to be dark at this point for you guys. So it is getting to be nighttime. So do you guys want to go directly to the Blackened Oak, or do you guys want to go to the church or the temple?
Ooh.
Well, I think they're gonna notice if dude doesn't show up on the first night.
I mean, he's been missing for the last like 6 hours.
Yeah, but they're really gonna notice. Like, maybe he just left for the day and went and had to go do something. But I mean, they're really gonna notice if he doesn't show up tonight, which could change their plans after tonight.
Yeah, I feel like it's probably more important to do the stakeout on the church thing at the moment.
Okay. So you guys head into the church then?
Yeah,
Unless
sounds good.
Yeah.
we split the party.
He's kidding. I mean, you could split the
He's
party.
truly evil.
No evil characters.
That's
But yes, you can
evilest
split the
thing I've
party. You
ever
can do
heard.
whatever you want.
Only a villain would suggest such a thing.
Such a
Dastardly plan.
Exactly.
If only it wasn't for you meddling kids.
Branch definitely offers that suggestion to the party, but doesn't expect them to give it any thought.
We always get into shit at the worst times. I'm just gonna be like,
Okay.
I think that would end poorly.
All right. So we'll say you guys head off to the temple. Is at this point night is almost like dusk is full swing. It is getting dark. I mean, there are lamps, like oil lamps around town. So there's people walking by lighting the oil lamps. Sorry, no magical continual flames here, not yet.
Dang.
The city of Dawnwick has those though. Pretty cool.
With a name like that, I hope so.
Yeah, hell yeah. Okay, so you guys arrive kind of at the temple. Its doors are closed and shut. There's a little bit of light in the main room that you can see coming through the windows, but otherwise, there's nobody coming or going. It seems pretty quiet at the moment.
Are the doors locked?
I don't know. Have you tried? Are you going to try?
I'd say we should try to see if the doors are locked.
Okay,
You want to be sneaky?
I mean, are you guys going to be sneaky, or are you guys just going to walk up and try the doors? What's the plan?
I mean, kind of want to get up to like some sort of high ground vantage point, but I don't know what the interior is like if there are any beams or anything to sneak up around on.
I mean, there's some support, but it's not that super tall of a temple. It's maybe 30 feet to the ceiling. So there's some arches that support the ceiling, but they're in the corners. They're like buttresses more or less than anything else.
Do any of them seem like they would have a decent view of the altar that we gotta press the stones on, or not?
Maybe no, not from inside. Like if you're going to be inside and trying to hide up against the rafters, essentially what you're thinking. There's no super obvious place that would be easily you could hide in easily. If you wanted to try and look through the one of the windows, I would say I'm pointing to it. Let me ping it.
Okay.
Maybe if you went to this tree right here, you could see in the window and see at an angle is probably your best bet, or maybe this tree.
It's worth a shot. Anybody have like a spyglass or anything to?
I have a portable ram.
Branch does have a spyglass. Remember, you guys got that cool one.
Oh, that's right. I do have a spyglass.
Alright, sounds like we should post up.
Wait, no, I don't have it anymore. I gave it to Camilla, I'm pretty sure.
Camilla.
Somebody has it.
I think. Oh wait, no, I still have it. I think I gave someone something before. I don't remember what it was,
I'm sure it.
but I do
Spike
have.
of the Wayfarer.
But it looks like I still have it in my inventory.
Yeah, you do. It's in your backpack.
Okay, up to the tree we go.
All right. So who's going to climb the tree? Let me rephrase that.
Branch will climb the tree.
Okay. So you have to make an acrobatics check. Well, so rephrase it. So you have to make an athletics check first to climb over the wall. It's only a 10-foot wall. You have to roll a 5.
Does a 6
Jesus.
work?
6 will work. You have a +4, so you end up rolling a 2. Which is what you rolled, so that would
Which is
work.
what I got.
Yep.
You climb up on the wall. You are like the tree goes up. Maybe like the closest branch is maybe like 3 or 4 feet above the wall.
Yeah, the
So you can
closest
easily
branch
grab
is actually
onto
right
it.
there.
Yeah, go ahead and make an acrobatics check. You have disadvantage without your tail.
I I have that thingy. Once a day, I get an advantage on a
Okay,
deck.
so it'll just be a straight roll.
Yeah.
Okay, so 24, plenty high. You climb up, find a good spot, and you last roll. You need to make a stealth check. I'll give you advantage because you're in a tree.
Free time. Oh gosh, thank goodness.
You go from a 1 to a 12. Nice.
Stress us
Okay,
out here,
yeah,
Branch.
you feel pretty comfortable in the tree branch. You are like, hey, I'm in a good spot. I'm comfortable. I can see where. I don't know where the rest of you guys want to be, but you can see the altar, no problem. Arnok, did you want to try the door to see if it was unlocked?
Nope, not yet.
Okay. So where are the rest of you?
I just want to be right near the door.
I mean, the branch is in the tree. I guess I'll also maybe I'll like hide over here by this tree.
Okay. Camilla?
I'll
Where
go
would
up in this tree.
Okay. Polemides and Camilla, go ahead and just roll an athletics check. Climb the tree. The DC is going to be a 5.
Oh my god.
Give me a
I have
5,
noodle
baby.
arms.
That's a 5. Oh, Camilla doesn't have arms. That's unfortunate. It's not actually a 5. I got 14.
Oh man, Camilla.
Camilla got no arms.
You got no arms. You claw and crawl and claw at the branch at the tree, and you cannot for the life of you climb the tree. You eventually just get frustrated and just kind of thump down on the ground and just stare, cross your arms. Ugh, stupid tree. All right. So Branch, go ahead and make just a perception roll for me here. You don't have to roll with advantage; just roll straight perception.
I got 13.
Okay. So you guys sit here waiting patiently 10 minutes, 20 minutes, an hour, hour and a half. You're like,
exciting life of
taking
psychopaths.
forever. Camilla, I will say that eventually you do climb the tree. You just kind of get frustrated and dig your claws in and climb the tree, no problem. But finally, you're like, oh, God, this is so boring. You see Jimot come by. He goes up to the door, locks it, and Arnok, you hear the lock go click, and then he walks away again. He goes through this door over here, and about 10 minutes later, him and the remaining priests. There's supposed to be 5. There's 3, 4, 5. You can't see all of them though. Hide. There we go. So you can see all of them now. They all kind of come out. They're muttering to each other, or talking to each other about something. You're not sure what. But you see Jimot step behind the altar. And Branch, you need to make a perception check. This is the one that matters. Oof, 10. You see him pushing some stuff, like stones behind with his feet. That's all you can tell. And he seems to do 4 stones that he steps on. And then the altar slides to the left in the image. And you can see that there's a set of stairs that goes down. All the priests go down the stairs. Jimot follows. And then the 5 or the rest of them disappear as the thing slides back over.
Branch, did anything happen in there yet?
So yeah, they like did some things with these stones, moved them around, I guess, and then the altar opened, and then they all went in, and then it closed, and then
Oh, sweet
I
Christ,
think
let me
now's the
remind me why
time.
we put this cat in the tree.
Oh, there's enough branches on here for more branch.
Send us my
Branch.
glasses for more branch.
Oh.
There's always room for more branch.
I think we should go over and investigate as soon as possible.
I think so.
Well, the door is now locked. I heard
That's
it
not a
click.
problem.
Oh, I'll
Well-
get in.
Okay, because I was
Easy
to say
money.
I can knock, but if I knock, everyone's hearing it.
I'm whipping out my
What?
thieves' tools.
Go ahead, try and pick the lock. Make a sleight of hand.
Dooloo.
Plenty high. You walk up, you're like, I got this. You pull out the thieves' tools. Click, 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 click. And you hear the lock open. And the door is available. You can just sneak on in. Or I would say, not sneak, but
Yeah,
you step on in.
Go in without battering ram the door down. So, in a way, it's stealthier.
Yeah.
I mean, anything is stealthier than a portable ram.
There you go. You're all inside.
Okay, Branch. Where was he pushing? Where was he pushing buttons?
Branch doesn't tell you.
Perfect.
So there's like these 4 stones, right? And they did stuff with them, and then the altar opened up magically.
The whole thing is made of stone, Branch.
But you see these 4 stones here?
Alright, it's time to investigate the stones.
Make an investigation check.
Branch has absolutely no idea what the fuck's going on here.
Yeah. Make sure we.
That's a 17.
Okay.
3
Arnok, are
dice
you going to
and
search
two,
too?
10.
Yeah. Why not?
Okay.
Investigation +0. Perfect. What could go wrong? 11.
Not bad, not bad. Between the two of you, you guys are like, Branch is like, this 4 stones here. And you're like looking down. I'll say, Arnok, you're looking down and you're like pushing the stones and none of them move. And you're like, are you sure this is even the right spot? And Palamides goes to the opposite side. So we'll flip you to. Palamides goes to the back. And it's like, okay, this would make sense to kind of have it be here. Your investigation, you notice that there's like it's slight, not really dusty. I mean, it's been swept and cleaned, but there's definitely like a foot impression. Like the stones are slightly more worn on 4 of them, and you're like, okay. You push, and you hear this click for one of them, and you're like, okay. Push, click,
Okay.
click, click. So you find the 4 stones, but you just push all 4, and nothing happens. There's definitely an order to them.
Well, there are not that many permutations you can make with 4 stones, so let's get cracking.
All right. Just go ahead and roll a straight d20 for me here. Let's see how long it
Calamity
takes.
starts playing DDR.
That's an 8.
Okay, so it takes you, we'll say, maybe like 4 or 5 minutes. It's not very long. You're like, okay, it doesn't work. And then finally you're just like, click, 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 click. And the thing moves off to the side. I mean, it's there's not trapped or anything. Like it's not, obviously not
Right,
meant to be
yep.
trapped. It's
I was
just
like, if we fucked it up the first time we didn't get shot, it's time to just go through all 24 possible solutions.
Yeah. Arnok, you would know. I'm not even going to have you roll for it. You would know religiously that it's not meant to be a like security measure, like an extreme security measure. It's more of just like if there was a shrine or something to a hero down here, it's more of just like, hey, we're not going to just let random people show up and go in. It's more of like a ritual thing to it. So you guys step on in and find the stairs and head down, and you find yourself in a tunnel. Deep, dark tunnel. Dun,
Would you
dun, dun,
say
dun.
it's a secret tunnel?
It is a secret tunnel. Yeah. Secret tunnel. Oh my gosh.
Great. Excellent.
Okay. Hold on. I forgot to do one thing because that was messing with stuff. Okay.
Most excellent.
You can see nothing.
Wow.
I will fix that in a moment. Don't worry.
I've been enlightened.
Because you see nothing.
Look at this place. This void. It's beautiful.
Okay. So it is dark, like I said. You guys can start to see, you go maybe about 20 feet and come to, you can see that it looks to be like a cloth of some kind that's just hanging there, blocking the path, and there's this kind of faded rug underneath your feet. You can't see past the cloth, but there is this red light that's filtering past it and around it, and you can faintly hear some chanting on the other side. But yeah, that's all you see at the moment.
Does the cloth go like all the way to the ceiling, edge to edge, all the way to the floor, or is it like draped?
It's more just draped than anything for it there.
So if you were tall enough, you could peek over the top.
No, so it's not that. It's bigger than that, so you're gonna be able to see. So here, I actually have a description for it. So because I was writing a dungeon aspect for it, and I was like, I'm just gonna make this a single room instead of a dungeon. So much easier. So you make your way down this narrow, half man-made hallway, and you come to a tattered, mangy cloth curtain that looks no better than those you once saw in the slums of Conith. Flickering, ominous red-orange light filters through the rips in the curtain, while muffled sounds of chanting can be heard just beyond. So that's this.
I'm peeking around this cloth.
Can I try and make out the chanting, like what they're saying?
Make a perception check for me, Branch.
23. Or was that earlier?
Right. So you can definitely understand that they are chanting in. Do you speak Infernal?
I speak deep speech.
It wouldn't be deep speech; it'd be Infernal. You would recognize it as being Infernal because you've heard the language before.
Yeah.
Tieflings typically speak it, so you know it's some kind of
God knows
devilish.
we've heard other people chanting this at this point.
Yeah. So if any of you guys speak Infernal, you would recognize the language. I would say all of you guys probably recognize it. It's not that uncommon. But Calamities, you kind of peer past the curtain. I'll just reveal it all for you. Reveal all. So you can see the following. You find yourself standing at what must be the southeastern end of a once impressive memorial to a fallen hero. There are 6 of the 8 columns that still stand. Pitted flecks of bright colors, blues and greens, peek out from under the ash and dried blood of whatever disturbing rituals have been done here. At the far end, you see a fallen statue to Silvanus, cloven in half, where it sits. The eyes of its top half stare almost at you. It seems to stare at you forlornly, as if asking how such defilement could be happening. Before you can possibly comprehend more, the smell that hits you: blood, sulfur, noxious gases, and death assault your senses. Standing just before the statue is Jimot and his priests. Around them, hanging from hooks in the ceiling, are 5 flayed corpses. Calamities, I'm not even going to have you make it. Roll for it. But you recognize them as being the commoners that had been in the temple when you arrived earlier.
Oof.
Their blood is dripping down onto each of the priests below. At the center of them is a 1 foot tall sliver of red, no wider than a hand. And you can tell that is well where the smoke is, or the noxious smell and heat is emanating from.
All right, I'm gonna stop peeking and talk to these dudes real quick. Like, okay, it's pretty rough in there. They are definitely doing some ritual-y shit.
Can you describe the ritual?
Yeah, I should probably, before you see it, I'm just gonna describe, like, they're all standing around. They have the guy, or the commoners from earlier, flayed up on hooks, dripping blood onto the war priests, and
Perfect.
yeah.
Would I be able to recognize what this ritual may be?
You can make a religion check. It'll be super difficult. I'll tell you right now, the DC is going to be a 19 to 20. So I'll say 19 or higher is what you have to beat.
I'm down to try.
You are welcome to try. Yeah.
Didn't work. Close.
So close.
Oh, man.
So
Can I
close.
give myself guidance?
You would have been able to before, but not now.
Damn it.
Yeah,
It would have been a
unfortunate.
skill check, yeah. So close, though. So close. You definitely know it's something demonic,
Perfect.
evil, devilish.
Almost. So close.
So close. Okay, I'm also gonna definitely call out the red sliver in the middle. Did it look like an object, like the sliver was a physical object, or did it look like a tear?
It looks like a tear.
Okay.
So it's about a foot tall, about as wide as a hand, and that's it. It's just a little like tear in the fabric of reality. It almost looks like a portal. Like, I don't know if you guys have seen any kind of portals like this. Oh, you've seen the portals with
I was gonna
the
say,
other
we have
demons.
the portals they've been chucking gold
Yeah,
into.
so this is like when the portals are starting to close and they get close to closing. That's what it looks like. This one just looks like it's stuck at that point, for whatever reason.
Okay. Huh.
More pork.
Problem is, there's a lot of guys in there. There are the 5 war priests, and there's Jimot. If we can find a way to, like, disrupt the portal, maybe when they're not here, we could neutralize the war priests, like we were talking about. If we fuck up their source of power, these other dudes will probably also just be commoners again. Or at least not nearly as strong. It's either that or we take on this entire room at once, which seems rough.
I'm down.
I don't want to get us all killed.
They're priests.
Yeah, but that guy was
War
pretty
priest.
beefy on his own.
Maybe. The guy back at the end didn't put up much of a fight.
Well, once we had him tied down, sure.
I mean, we still beat his ass.
Yeah, but it took a couple solid hits, and there are 5 of them.
I mean, I'm open to suggestion.
Yeah. I think the toughest
So
part here is going to be, so we know how to
what
get in now.
what exactly are we looking to get out of this?
So I feel like what we could do is we could do reverse stakeout, essentially. We could wait for these guys to leave, and then come back once they're gone, now that we know how to get in. And try to disrupt this portal or whatever to neuter their powers.
I have to run to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back.
That's fair.
Hi, Taffy.
Since we have their powers neutered,
Or-
we just need to we can corner Jimot at some point and ask him questions about this mysterious woman that nobody wants to tell us about.
You know, I never told you guys this, but I can control animals and then speak to them afterwards.
Control how?
Well, I can I can touch them a little bit, and then I can see and hear what they hear. And then I
But you
can
can't
talk.
make them do what you want. You just experience what they're experiencing.
Well, I mean, I can talk to them too, and I can ask them to do.
That's a good point.
All right, so we just running in and swinging.
And I do have a little mini me, if you will.
I was gonna say I also have Jeremy, so
Man, it's too bad we didn't bring Severn. We could have used him as a softball again.
just fireball would be hilarious right about
What
now.
do you mean again?
Well, you see.
You know, we've thrown Severn before, have we not? I mean, you punt him around all the time, Branch.
Well, when have you guys done it? That's just me.
All of you make perception checks for me here.
Uh-oh.
Yes. 23.
16.
Oh
I
god,
am
I'm
rolling
blind.
just shit today.
You're not blind. You have proficiency in it, so it's really an 18.
I can see.
I can't see, but I can see.
Right.
You're like, I can't see anything. Oh, wait, I put my glasses on. I can see. Okay, so you guys catch it. The chanting gets a little bit louder. And I'll say, Calamities, you kind of peek back through the curtain for a moment, and you see all of the war priests or the priests putting their hands up. Their faces are just covered in blood, and they're chanting. And the sliver begins to get a little bit wider, and it's slowly growing.
I don't know about
yeah.
y'all, but I don't really want to be
All
here
right.
when whatever that thing is opens up and whatever it's opening up for comes out.
Yeah.
So I,
Between a
I
rock
should
and a
say
hard
one other
place.
thing. I apologize. I didn't realize your perception was so high.
Oh.
So as the sliver begins to open up, you see for a brief moment a flash of somebody of movement behind Jimot, and you see it's a little girl.
Like a normal little girl?
Yeah, normal little girl.
What the
She's
What
maybe 6 or 7 years old.
fuck?
This just turned into a Diddy party.
Are they gonna sacrifice another innocent?
You have no idea.
Damn. Looks like we can either go in guns blazing and disrupt this. Try to disrupt it later when they're not here. I don't know what the fuck the little girl's doing here, if they're gonna sacrifice her or not. I'm gonna tell everybody else, like, yeah, there's a 6 or 7-year-old girl in there.
There's a 6 or 7-year-old girl in there.
Yeah, she's
She
not like
must be
tied
the
up or anything.
mastermind.
She's just behind
He's
him.
controlling the crossbow wielding rats.
Oh my god.
Gosh, it all makes sense now. You're a genius.
Whatever you guys want to do. You guys got a
Whatever
minute.
we're gonna
before
do,
All
we're
right,
gonna
the
do it
all right, all
bathroom.
right, all right. We can spy on them with an animal. We can ambush them while we have the upper hand, or we can just come back later, or we can hide and see if we can.
It's a long ways to that first war priest.
I was like, I feel like we should probably try to get set up for an ambush real quick. Just like sneak up and then, oh god, did I just? Yeah, I didn't mean to
Move my war priest. How dare you?
I was like, why did I grab it?
Well,
He's
whatever.
disrupted the circle.
All right. Well, yeah, fuck it. I feel like probably Probably not letting this happen is the best choice.
All right. Well, let's prepare, I guess.
Boom! There's a brilliant flash of ominous red that fills the chamber, and all the room falls silent. You all look towards the portal, kind of look towards through it as best you can. You see the portal flicker, twist, and warp around the air, and expands to be almost 5 feet in diameter. A white figure, bones, protrusion, and sparking on rocks around the portal as it leans forward and it goes, "Pay the prices required or suffer the consequences." And a bony hand with sharp claws sticks out of the portal towards Jimot. What do you want to do? Better act now.
No.
I cast protection from good and evil on the little girl.
Well, you have to be able to see her, so it means you have to step out of the way.
Say, like,
I
don't want to prepare anymore. I want to go.
Oh wait, no, never mind.
I'm not prepared.
It's not.
Doing it.
It's touch, not see shit.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys kind of throw back the carpet and run in. I want everyone to roll initiative. He's going to say one final thing, but then we'll be in order.
Okay, that's fine.
Can I cast a buff before we do that?
You can certainly go for it.
I'm gonna throw Shield of Faith on myself.
Okay.
Nice.
I'm looking for.
Oh, in that case, similar bonus action vein. I'm just gonna poison a couple arrows.
But yeah, I want everyone to roll initiative for me here.
There's initiative. This auto rolls with advantage, right? Yes.
So
Okay.
the barbed devil that is on the map now, he is leaning through the portal, but he has not come through the portal. He's got his hand out. Yeah. He's just there for that, for you guys can see him. Okay, so everybody rolled already? Sweet, did everything. Okay. Happy. Stop.
Nice.
Okay, so what he says as you guys throw back the curtain and come forward, and he goes, "Ha! I don't know who you are." It's Jimot that's speaking. He's mocking you. And he goes, "But you are too late. The ritual is nearly complete, and soon, yes, in mere moments, I shall ascend and replace that trollop of a woman as the rightful master to Fatina and Mammon. Nothing you do can stop what is to come." And Jimot grabs the girl. And that's the top of the initiative order. So, Branch, you're first. I will say you guys are up in front of this.
Oh boy!
Like, I'll move you guys forwards. You guys are like here.
Well, here's the thing, Branch. It may be range of touch, but you move incredibly fast.
Yeah.
That may be true. Here, let's see what I can whip up.
I mean, you've got feline agility base, which doesn't even cost an action.
Yeah, so I'm gonna put her there, but
I was wondering, my map was wigged out this whole time. It was just blank. I just had to refresh it.
Oh, yeah,
there you go.
That helps too.
Okay, cool. All right. Shoot. Yeah, the thing is, I don't know how helpful it's even gonna be, because all it does is, it doesn't protect from death.
Yeah, but what does it give her?
It can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's super helpful then. All right, well.
Okay, I got it. So Jimot is carrying her, right?
He's like grabbed her arm. Like he's got one hand out. Like I won't even like to describe it. So he looks like he's gonna pull an Indiana Jones moment. Like he's grabbed her by the arm, like kind of the upper arm, like under her armpit. He's got her, and he looks like he's ready to stick his hand just right into her rib cage and rip her heart out. Like there's nothing subtle about it. He's definitely
okay. I cast feline agility and Zephyr Strike.
Okay.
And I'm going to run full speed and attempt to grab the girl from him.
Okay. So make an attack roll.
Like an unarmed strike.
Yes.
Big money, big money, big money. No, why? It was on 18.
Oh god.
Okay. So he manages just to pull her out of the way. Like you're there, you miss. Do you have 2 attacks, or you
I
just
was
have
gonna
the
say, it
one?
would've been extra
I do
attack.
have 2 attacks.
Yeah, you can make another grab for her.
Okay.
Each attack is considered 1 grapple.
Okay, this is a 17.
Plenty high. You manage to grab her. It's going to be a contest of strength, so go ahead and roll a strength track
You
for Chris. You got a 12.
I got a 15.
Okay.
Son of a
You
bitch.
pull her away, and he loses his grip. So you're grappling her. If you have any movement left, you can move still. It's just
does
Okay.
he
half your
have
distance.
movement?
Well, I have. So
So you've got
okay, let
60
me just
base,
count.
yeah.
So 60 base
Double
plus.
half your feline agility up to 120. And what does Zephyr do
Well,
for speed?
Zephyr Strike increases speed by 30.
So you have like
So
100.
90, 180.
Yeah, it depends on if you add the 30 before or after you double from feline, essentially.
I mean, like you could go back and forth like 3 times. Like you could run up to him,
Either
run
way,
back,
it's a
and then run
lot
back
of
up.
fucking movement.
So, and you would have half movement while dragging the girl.
But that's fine.
Yeah. So
I'll just say I bring her back, or I'll bring her as far back to the entrance of the altar that I can.
okay. I will say you can get we're right in front of Arnok. So I'm trying to move. So you guys are like here. Yep.
Nice.
When you move, you notice that all the priests, they're still chanting. They don't move or react or anything to you.
Okay. Interesting.
All right, Calamities, it's your turn.
Oh man, that's rough. If the priest didn't react, should I take one out to attempt to shoot one to attempt to disrupt his ritual focus? It could be more helpful than attacking Jimot directly, now that she's gone. So I think I will go for one of these priests. Let's call it War Priest D.
Okay. What are you gonna do?
I am going to bonus action steady aim and shoot it at him with a poisoned arrow.
Okay, take your shot.
Dooluloo. A dooluloo.
Plenty high.
Yeah, let's see how the damage rolls. 12 plus. No. I'm going to, I think, what is it? Attempt to trip? That's a new thing you can do. Sneak attack? I need to check the DC.
Okay. You have poison there for it too. So what's the?
Yeah, it's just poison damage. It doesn't actually inflict the condition.
I know, but what's the damage? Is it?
Just
You did
1d4.
12
I
for
haven't
the.
rolled for it yet.
Okay. Making sure.
Trip is a DC 16 Dex save, and then I'm rolling the rest of my damage. That's 12 plus 9 is 21. Rerolling that 122, and then it deals 3 more poison damage. So
Double.
25 damage, and he needs to pass a DC 16 Dex or go.
Okay, let me. He's technically paralyzed at the moment. I think he just fails his save, right? He doesn't get us to roll.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I think if you're paralyzed, you auto-fail Dex saves.
Pretty sure.
Creature automatically fails Strength and Dex saving throws. Attacks have advantage by default, and melees are auto crits. And technically attacks within 5 feet, but you know.
Yes, let me. Okay. Okay, yeah. So he's prone. Just clunk.
It's just like, oh.
white. Did you do any more damage, or was it just the 12?
It's 25 total between the poison and the sneak attack and the shock.
Okay. So 13 more. Okay. Anything else?
No, that is it.
Camilla, it's your turn.
Okie dokie.
You watch his branch go zip, zip, comes back. Polymenides takes a shot, and the war priest falls to the floor.
But
He seems to be groaning.
of
Going,
note, if they're paralyzed, any attack within 5 feet that lands is a critical. So that's fun.
I'm gonna shoot C.
Okay. You have advantage. He's paralyzed. He's just chanting away.
That's a 25 hit.
25 hits him just fine.
Are you also knocking him prone? So I don't know that it's actually really doing anything to knock them prone, but hey,
What do I roll extra again for sneak attack?
46.
Is it Daffy? 9 damage on the sneak attack? Is that correct?
Yes.
9?
Yep.
And then did you want to knock him prone?
Yes, please.
Okay. He is prone. All right. Anything else? If not, it will be Jimot's turn.
I'm moving back into cover.
Okay.
My bonus action.
So it is now his turn then. He looks at you all and looks at Branch and he shouts, "No!"
That makes sense.
The other two, the portal, when they go prone, the portal begins to shrink slightly and it's beginning to close.
Yes.
The creature, the devil's hand, comes back through and he goes, "The payment is not received. You will suffer the punishment." That's all he says to it. But Jimot goes, "No, I was die," and he casts Fireball on you guys.
That's
fair
rude.
So
Little girl's toast.
enough. Oh yeah, she's fucked.
that girl's very dead.
But her death didn't pay the demon.
There you go. It'll definitely hit all of you.
For
So
sure.
everybody,
Yeah, no shit.
go ahead and make a dex saving throw for me here.
One dex saving throw.
It's a 20 on me.
19.
It's a 21 on Camilla.
Just need Branch. Everyone's passed so far.
Yeah, Branch has that disadvantage. So.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, Branch. You're going to take the full brunt force of it. So it
Camilla,
is.
you and I are taking nothing, so shut up.
I'm sorry. This is 11d6 because it's cast at 6th level.
Holy
Yikes.
balls.
Godspeed, Branch.
42 points of damage.
Wow.
On a fail. Half
I'm
that
alone.
on a success. He rolled really well.
I am glad
21.
that we have evasion, Camilla.
So 21 on a fail, on a success, 42 on a fail. But that's his turn. He cannot do anything else because that was
fair.
he took an action to cast Fireball. And
God
that
damn.
brings it to Arnok. Your turn.
All right, so
Oh, the girl is
Just
very
remove
dead.
the
By the
girl's
way.
token now.
yeah,
Very
little
good.
girl
Yeah,
is
there we go.
the smoking pile of ash.
She very much is. It's just it's like the Terminator 2 moment, where Sarah's dreaming and the explosion from the nuclear bomb. It's that just boom, gone. All right, Arnok, what do you want to do?
This is, where did that go? Okay. So I'm going to use lunging dash, and use my bonus action to take dash,
Okay.
close that distance, and then I will, or I guess it's called lunging attack.
Mhm.
And then I will hit him.
Okay. Make an attack.
Oof. 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
Nice. And
Isn't
then
that high? Let me see.
go like that. So that's 21, and then since it's lunging attack, I get to spend the superiority die and add another 6 to that, so 27.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay. He takes it. He's still kicking, screaming, throwing his hand out for fireball, and he's cursing Branch.
And again, 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
19, 20, another 21.
Very nice. Okay. Yeah, you took a nice chunk of him off, but he's still up. He's not bloodied yet.
And then I will action surge.
Ooh, going
And
all
go
out.
again.
Okay.
Ooh, that one. Probably not. 11 to hit.
11 does not hit. No.
That one ain't going to hit either. That's another 11. Wow.
No, definitely not.
That'll be it.
Okay. That was some solid damage. Not gonna lie. It is now War Priest A. He comes out of his chant, kind of shaking his head, confused. Oops, I deleted him entirely, and I did not mean to do that.
Perfect. One less to deal with.
Oops. Well, I need to re-add him.
So, real quick, I just have a
Oh.
question. Does it Arnok have graze or something? The great sword, even if he misses, he still does damage.
You're right.
Weapon
Does he?
masteries.
I do. So that's a total of
8 more? 9 more? How much?
This is deal damage to that creature ability modifier you use to make the attack rolls. So that would be my ability modifier, which would be
Whatever your strength modifier is.
Yeah, so that'd be a total of 10 extra.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take it.
Thank you, Branch.
Yeah, I was reading through everyone's character sheets randomly. I just so happened to be looking at that right afterwards. So.
Yeah.
There's a
All
lot
right.
involved in new fighter character sheets.
Essentially, what Graze does is it's like if you miss, you get damage like you rolled a 0 on the die.
Yeah. Okay, so it is that War Priest's turn. He kind of comes to consciousness and looks around and seems confused. And he's like, "Wait, what the fuck is going on?" And he sees you wailing on, his master and guy in charge. But he kind of takes a step back. He's like, "What the fuck?" He's going to cast a spell at you. Radiant Flame is the name of it. He's going to throw it at you, Arnok. 16 for the first one. He gets 2 of them.
No.
22 for the second.
Yes, he's got to be 20.
Okay, so you take 11 radiant damage, and then that goes. The other 2 priests that are still chanting, nothing is with them. The other 2 that are knocked prone kind of blink and look around, and they stand up. But they don't take any other actions. They were knocked out of their chanting by you guys. That brings it to top of the round. Branch, you're up.
So basically, ouch. Let's see.
You're holding the dead, burned crisp of a skeleton of a girl's hand.
This will haunt Branch forever.
Taffy agrees.
So Branch is basically almost dead. Just watch an innocent girl die in his hands. He's really psyched out right now, but he's gonna try and get over it. And he just has he's just seeing red right now, and all he wants to do is murder Jimot. So he's gonna throw up a hunter's mark on him.
Okay.
With his bonus action, and then aim at him with his bow.
Go for it. Oh my gosh, Taffy, you're sitting on the mouse.
The 26 to hit.
26 will most definitely hit.
10 damage, and then he's gonna aim at him again.
Okay. Did you include the hunter's mark in that as well?
No, I was just gonna do the two together at the end. And then another 26 to hit.
26 will hit. So looks like another 18 total. Is that correct, Branch?
Sorry, I forgot I was on push to talk. I've been talking.
Okay.
It's 28 total.
20, okay.
So 10 plus 13 plus 2, 3 plus 2.
Okay, got it. He is bloodied as you just pierce into his chest. A couple of arrows as he's screaming in pain at the rest of you for what's happened. Calamities, it's your turn unless you want to move.
Yeah, I was gonna see about moving a little bit. I think I'm gonna move behind this pillar.
Okay.
All right. Well, if we're sending it in on Jimot, I
Wait.
may as well help.
One second, I actually just remembered I can't move because I use feline agility.
Oh, okay.
No, you can. You can't use feline agility again until you don't move for a turn.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
never mind.
It recharges when you don't move on a turn. That's all it is.
Never mind.
It's a pretty sweet ability. All right. Yep. If we're sending it, I'm sending it.
Go for it.
Up an arrow +3.
Okay. Take a shot.
And steady aiming, taking my shot. Wow, that's a really impactful advantage there, huh?
Okay. I mean, it's better than double ones.
It's better than double ones, yeah.
Been there.
So we're just gonna call that a 16 for now, and just add the 3 from the arrow onto it. Okay. Poison is 4 for 20, and wow, that's a good roll. 37. I'm not even gonna re-roll any of those. That's just kind of wild.
Okay, you are just slamming into him. He's stumbling backwards, just blood pouring. Arnok, as you're watching these arrows hit into Jimot, it's just blood splatters into your face from the arrows, and he's screaming out, gurgling up blood. Anything else for you, Calamities? If not, it'll be Camilla's turn.
Yeah, that's all I got for him.
Okay.
Oh shit! Wait, actually, sorry. Bow, the bow ability. I always forget about for the extra 1d8 damage on a warpwood shot.
Okay.
Okay. So just add a little bit. Add 6 more.
6 it is.
Oh,
all
yes.
right, Camilla, what do you want to do?
Let's step out. I'm gonna shoot Jimot.
All right, shoot away.
Do you need to step out?
Do it.
I don't know. You probably do.
Jimot's just getting showered in arrows right now.
He's pincushion. Unfortunately, 11 does not hit.
have inspiration?
Ask me how I know.
Oh, I do.
Fine.
Oh no, that's worse.
Wow, inspiration
Oof.
has not done anything.
Oof.
Well, you do have lucky. You have
Oh.
one use for
Do.
that.
You do. You have your 1 point of lucky a day. Maybe the dice will treat you nicer on a third attempt.
It's up to you. You can save it, use it. It's up to you.
I just do another roll with advantage, right?
You just another straight roll.
Just
Oh,
another
okay.
good roll.
Oh my god. 15?
15 just misses.
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
One off. Yeah.
Alas,
So close.
if the dice hate you, you can't really do anything about
So close. So close.
I've been
Okay.
feeling that all day.
it.
Back behind the pillar. Mhm.
Okay. So on Jimot's turn, the devil, the portal begins to close, and the devil pulls his hand back. Jimot goes, "But you were supposed to protect me." And the devil just laughs at that for a moment and doesn't say. He says something in Infernal, but you don't know what. But Jimot looks at you, Arnok, looks at the rest of you,
Yeah.
and he casts. Yeah, he's gonna totally do it. He casts Spirit Guardians on himself.
Oh, okay.
And let me add a
This concerns one of
circle.
us.
That's what
Yeah.
it's,
Yeah.
input is what it
Thanks,
is.
Blamities. Good looking out, bud.
It. Oh, that's too bright. Make it like a gray color. Close enough. Merge them
Excuse
to
me,
their
that is not the
link.
exact center.
There you go.
Oh, it's different
Okay.
roll effect. Yeah.
So for Spirit Guardians, that means that as soon as he casts it, you are not going to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Cool.
That's a fail. Absolute
It is.
fail. So this is going to be radiant damage, or I'm sorry, necrotic damage.
I was like,
Ow.
radiant. Is he not even?
17 radiant or necrotic damage.
17.
And that's his turn because that's an action to cast. So he
That's
doesn't
good
do
because
anything
he's
else.
going to die.
Arnok, it is now your turn.
24 to hit.
Will absolutely hit him.
Ooh.
17, 18, 19, 20. And then, probably not.
15 misses.
15 does not hit, but he can take another 5.
Okay. You graze him and he collapses to the ground to his knees, and he's going to lose this because he. Oops, I did it again. God damn it. That's all
There
right.
he goes.
That's
Well,
all right.
he's gone.
Something
Crap.
crazy happens, though, and he gets replaced. As
Aw.
he falls to his knees, he looks back at the portal. And he goes, "She will not. No, I cannot let Alura win this. No." And the devil kind of looks to him over his shoulder, like, Arnok, you kind of look towards the portal for a moment over you, and the devil was walking away, looks back over and sees him on the ground dying. And for a brief moment, the portal explodes wider to fill the space. And the devil reaches out and grabs him and goes, "You are still owned by us. Your soul is ours. Be who you are." And he transforms him into a Cambodian version of himself. So until the start of his next turn, he's immune to all damage while he's physically changing and screaming in agony as this happens. I will show you guys a picture of what he turns into in just a moment. I need to pull it up.
Looks like a big bug.
It is not a bug. He is not a big bug.
Oh, it can be.
Can be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a big bug.
So he is turning into look like that. But that's his turn. That's literally nothing else he can do. Yes, hi, Taffy.
Yeah, you tell him, Taffy.
Yeah. So he's visible. All right. The other war priest, this one is, I don't know which number or letter he is. B comes out of, actually, I rephrase that. So after he gets shifted, B and E, their brains explode from the devil, forcing his way through the realm as the portal begins to shrink. The other three are alive because they didn't continue to concentrate. You saved their lives, guys. Thank you. However short they may be. But Priest F is going to do his Radiant Flame on Arnok as he's screaming, going, "What the fuck? What the fuck?"
Fair.
13 misses for the first one. 25. You got a nat 20 on the second one.
Oh my god.
22 points of radiant damage.
It's not great.
The other two priests look around and they see what's going on and they go, "What the fuck? What the fuck?" They start to run this way and they see
Fair.
Calamities and Branch, and they're both going to make attacks on each of you.
R.I.P. Branch.
Calamities got an 18 to hit.
Oh yeah, I think yes.
Okay, so you take 11 damage.
All right, I'll just go ahead and have that.
Branch got a 7 to hit for the first one. 20 total for the second one, so you're just unconscious. You're not dead. And then the last one is going to throw another blast at you, Calamities, as he's running the fuck away. And got a 23.
Fair. Very fair. 11, yes.
Yes, 11. And then that's top of the round. Branch, make your first death saving throw. Roll straight d20. Roll 20, please. Branch. Oh, no, it's a negative. That's a 1 failure. You're not dead yet. You're still unconscious.
Arnok, do you have healing word?
I do.
Okay. This is good information.
All right. Calamities, it's your turn.
Okay. Which one of these was the war priest I shot while they were chanting?
D.
Okay.
I mean, they've both taken damage, but D is looking the worst off of the two of them.
Okay. Huh. I'd say I'd take a shot at him, but I mean, I don't really think I have line of sight from here. Brr. What other ways can I get advantage? Yeah, I suppose this is mostly going to be a shot at where priests see then, because I can actually see the man.
All right, take your shot.
And the drill, steady aim, all that jazz. Hey, 23 to hit.
23 will hit. Their AC's not that high. They're not wearing like much armor.
About the 9. Okay, so it's 12. I'm gonna spend another charge on the bow to do an extra D8. Oh, that's 20.
Oof.
And then the sneak attack will add, so that's 38 damage on that guy.
Okay. He is
That guy's having a bad time.
Very bad off, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
He's almost dead. Like he's like you shot him and he's like, fuck. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
Well, then maybe we shouldn't have kept trying to kill us. It's Camilla's turn.
It is Camilla's turn. What do you want to
do? Shoot War Priest D.
Okay.
Does a 19 hit?
The 19 will hit.
Okay, I was gonna say you can also steady aim this if you're not moving. just to get the advantage?
I would say give yourself the advantage just so you get the sneak attack
Sneak
too.
attack, yeah.
So you can roll again to see if you get that nat 20.
I didn't know. But
That's okay. But you can
Okay.
sneak attack, so
You never know.
you do never know.
You could roll double ones.
You could.
All right, 14 more damage for sneak attack.
That's 20 total.
Yeah, it's not bad, not bad. All right, anything else?
um,
On my advice that you did steady aim, you do not have any movement now.
okay, then yeah, I'm done.
Okay. It is now the Cambodian's turn. He is no longer immune, but
Wait,
he kind of
I
is
thought I
like,
had to take a turn to transform.
well, that's he's no longer immune to being damaged. He just can't do anything this turn.
Okay.
So he's no longer
You meant
immune
he
at the
was
end of his
immune in that
turn. It's the
round.
end of his
Yeah,
turn.
okay.
So yeah, if you guys want to attack him now, you can totally attack him. You can take.
Yeah, I
So,
finished
Arnold,
probably.
your turn.
Probably take out the
Oh,
other guys real quick.
One other thing. So the portal, I should say, shrinks back down, and the barbed devil disappears as it shrinks back down to what it was at the end of Jimot's. Now the
Yeah,
coveted
that's fair.
Cambion.
Yes, considering these guys can crank out 22 damage each, we should probably take out these work priests.
yeah. I guess I'm gonna start with my bonus action for second wind,
Okay.
and roll my hit dice to get some health back. Beautiful. Plus 16. And then do I have that? I do have that. So that makes that plus 32. That's a little bit better. Oh, do I help Branch or do I help myself?
Nah, it's always the choice.
That is the choice. If you help branch, we get more action economy.
You're right. You're right. Oh, how far? Just within range. All right, that works.
Yeah.
I will cast Healing Word on Branch.
Okay.
So he gets 9 back.
So that's your bonus action.
Something.
That is my action and bonus action. That'll do it for me.
Well, so healing word is a bonus action, I think. You can't do 2 bonus actions as one as an action.
Right. Healing Word is a bonus action. And that is touch. I guess I won't do that then.
Sorry, Branch. You're still unconscious.
Sorry, Branch. You're still unconscious. I guess I'll just hit the Cambion then.
Hit him away.
That's rough. 12.
12 does not hit, no.
Well, he can take that fight.
That's rough too. 15.
15 does not hit.
Okay, so he can take 10.
Yeah.
Okay, he takes 10.
It's something.
10.
That would be my
Damn
turn.
you. Okay. Are you good?
I'm good.
All right.
As good.
First War Priest C continues to run. He is going to shoot twice at you, Calamities.
Okay.
First one.
Unless he crits, he can't do
8.
worse than last turn, so.
And 23. So you'll take 11.
Alright, I'm keep dodge.
And the other one. As he's running, he's going to shoot at you, Camilla. 23 for the first one. And 24 for the second one. So you'll take 22 points of radiant damage. And they're kind of fumbling over each other. Get me out of here. What the fuck? Get me out of here. I didn't stand up for this shit. That's as far as they go, though. And then the last War Priest, he is like looking around, looks at Jimot just get shifted into this fucking Cambion. Like, what the flying fuck? And he's just staring there, dumbfounded. Like, loses his action. He's scared to shit. All right, Branch, your turn. Make another death saving throw for me.
That's what I'm talking
Oh!
That's what I'm talking about.
Nobody can keep Branch on the ground.
No, that's for you.
Nobody
right.
has to heal Branch ever.
You are conscious at 1 hit point, and that's your turn. Hot
Oh,
fucking damn.
Jesus Christ.
All right. Well, congrats. You next round you'll be able to act. Calamities. It's your turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna whip out my rapier and
Okay.
just move right here.
Take your stab.
Oh, stabbing at. Let's go with. They're probably both pretty equally hurt at this point. I guess. D.
So I think it's D.
D is the one that Calamities is pounding on.
So C is taking the most damage.
Oh, okay. Well,
That's because they shifted positions slightly.
I will stab at C then. Ah.
Oof. Okay. Roll
The
a
only other people
d20.
in range are me and D, so we'll see what I roll on the 20 again. That's not enough to do anything.
Okay. Yeah. So you just miss. It stabs into the pillar, and you lose all your attacks. That's it. Nothing happens.
Yeah, I only hold an attack anyways, so
Oh.
it's just, basically just a
That's
miss.
rough.
That's all right.
All right, Camilla, it's your turn.
Now I can stab.
You can, if you wanted, you could run around to C and D and be we're on the other side. Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna flank.
Flanking.
C.
Okay. 16 will hit. They have an AC of 13.
Okie
Fuck him up.
8 hit points left.
Yeah, he's gone.
Hey.
Okay.
You kill him. You walk up behind him and stab him in the Achilles tendon, and blah, he's dead.
Stab him in the butt.
May I recommend you move up a little bit, Kamal, so you can stab this other war priest while he tries to run away, presumably.
All right.
Yes.
You're right on him.
Hug him.
Okay. That brings it to the Cambion's turn. I'm sorry, Arnok. This is not going to be fun for you.
Yeah,
it's gonna hurt.
He's a Cambion. Yeah.
Yeah. So he takes the mace that was on that Jimot had, and just never used, and is going to make 3 attacks on you.
Oh, that's all.
First one, 20. He rolled a nat 20.
Oh God.
Okay.
That's gonna hurt.
It is really going to hurt.
What an awful
So
way to
you
start
take 10 bludgeoning, so 20 bludgeoning damage for the crit.
Yeah.
And then it's 26 radiant damage, or necrotic damage in case you got changed. That's the crit for it.
Oh my God.
As a reminder,
How
these are the
much?
2024 versions of monsters, so they've been edited a little bit to be more fixed. But yeah, that was his first attack. Are you still conscious?
So hang on. How much was the
46
what was it?
total.
46
The
total.
radiant and
So 20 bludgeoning.
okay, yeah. I'm not conscious anymore.
Okay. And then it was 26 necrotic. But if you're already unconscious after the 20, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I was at 34.
Okay, yeah. So you're unconscious for your first hit. He gonna be he's gonna look at you on the ground,
I don't think
pants, and then he's going to shoot 2 rays of fire out of his eyes. One at Camilla, one at Calamities.
Okay.
12 for the one to Camilla.
Nope.
Solid miss.
12 again to the one at
Solid
Calamities.
miss.
Solid miss.
I take those.
And then as his bonus action, he will. He's gonna bend down and touch you and go inflict wounds. So you take 1 death fail. Because it's not a crit technically, because it's a spell.
I guess inflict wounds is bonus action. My God.
Yeah.
That
So
actually never
Arnok,
One
that's 1
failure?
fail for you. Just 1.
Okay.
It's not a melee attack. If it was a melee, it'd be 2. All right, Arnok, it's your turn. Make a death saving throw. Don't roll a 1, for the love of God. Please don't roll a 1.
Oh, Godspeed.
12.
Pass.
It's a success.
Whew.
I mean, technically, even if I rolled a 1, it'd still be a pass.
Oh, you have
Oh,
that.
you forgot the phylactery, right?
Yeah, I have the perioptic wound closure.
Oh,
Yeah.
period.
Okay,
Jesus.
okay.
I don't know why I always
So you're rolling just to see if you can get a 20, then essentially.
Yeah, basically.
pretty much.
Okay. So the War Priest, that's right there in front of you, Camilla and Calamities, he's going to disengage and run the fuck away.
Okay.
What a bitch.
That's
I will say you guys can see him technically down the hallway if you want. I'll just put him kind of there. The other one is screaming mad and also runs 5.
bigger fish.
So that actually gets to there, so that's 30. Branch, you're up. You're conscious at 1 hit point. You kind of roll over and go, oh, fuck. Look over as Arnok just gets pummeled into the ground, and these 2 beams of fire get shot out, aiming at Calamities and Camilla.
What I missed, guys. Whew.
Well, that War Priest is gonna leave.
Man, that was some crazy shit. Still not over. Oh shit. Oh, I don't have any healing stuff. Unless I could magically spawn a good berry and manage to make it into Arnok's mouth.
I don't think so, no.
Yeah, no.
Wait, what if I run over and shove it inside of his mouth?
Well, so unfortunately, it's not like drinking a potion, so it would take an action to feed him. So if you have the movement and want to risk running...
Is administering a potion not an action?
Administering a potion is a bonus action, but feeding somebody a good berry is an action.
I see.
So if you have a potion and you have movement, you could totally run up there as a bonus action and feed it to him and still have the rest of your action.
Yeah, let me go run up there, give him a potion of climbing.
Oops, wrong potion. My
His.
bad.
My bad, everybody.
Yeah, climb your way out of this, Arnok. Come on.
Climb your way back to us, damn it.
Live. Live, damn you.
All right. Has Brance noticed that the war priests are kind of just trying to fuck off out of here, or is he just kind of like?
So you'd see the War Priest F. You saw him starting to run away. The others are either their bodies are dead, like scattered around, or like you're just like, okay. Like as a quick assessment, the one is running. You're not sure what the others are, other than they might be dead.
All right. I'm going to try heavy on the try to get the attention of what used to be the wizard man. I don't even know. It's not even. Oh, I can't even touch him anyways. Okay, I'll just throw a. Does my old hunter's mark still count on him?
No, because you fell unconscious, so you would have lost at that point. You can you have a bonus action.
I'll just start. Yeah, I'll just throw a new one up on him.
Okay.
And I will step out from the pillar and take aim at him.
Okay. Take a shot.
So 22 to hit.
22 will hit.
14. I'm gonna shoot again. 23 to hit.
23 will hit.
Perfect. 7, 13. So that's 27 damage plus 2 Hunter's Mark. 27. So 32, 34 damage.
He takes them and he is like screaming bloody murder at you. He points his mace in your direction and he says, I will destroy you.
Boo boo.
Jesus.
Alright, and then I'm going to. I forget I have like an excessive amount of movement.
You freaking have an insane amount of movement.
You do have an insane amount of movement, yes.
You know, that's the whole point of, you
That's
get
why you don't have
attacked
a tail.
here, but you can run like fucking fast.
You know, you have taken turns on the floor, so feline agility is also back.
Yeah, it would be.
Yeah, I'm gonna move back here behind this pillar.
Okay.
That's fair. Now that he's pissed off at you, that's fair.
All right. Well, Calamities, it's your turn. What do you want to do?
Yeah. I'm going to use my own feline agility to zip 50 feet of movement up to Arnok. And I'm going to administer a healing potion to him.
Okay.
Take this small amount of, take the minimum, the 4 HP, and be the not on the floor anymore.
I mean, 4 is better
Yay.
than none.
Alright, so
It's a
he's
lot better
conscious
than
again,
0.
yeah?
Yep, he is conscious.
Alright, let me measure out 10 whole feet of movement. Yeah, let's spend the rest of it getting here.
Okay.
And
Camilla.
I'm going to use my action
Oh, sorry. Go for it.
at the campion. Just
Okay.
a normal old shot.
I'm still getting used to potions being a bonus action.
Yeah, right. It felt. I was like, oh, I mean, yeah, if I can use a bonus action to give him a potion.
I mean, I'm not complaining. It's cool, but it's like,
Yeah, 25 to hit this bad boy.
25 will absolutely hit him.
12, spending that last charge of extra damage from Warpwood. 17. Yeah, you know what? And we are going
What kind
to
of damage
take
is
away...
the Warpwood damage? Is it for the extra? It's necrotic?
I think so, yes.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, yeah, he's not resistant or anything. Okay, just want to
Okay.
double check.
That's fair. And I will need him to pass a DC 16 Dex save because I'm going to attempt to trip him.
Okay, I told it to roll and nothing happened. He got an 8. He fails.
He's now prone.
No, I don't want that. All right, we just need to remember that he's prone. I think there's a way I can. Can I give him a condition? I think I can.
I think I can. I think I can.
He'll be making another save here shortly that he's probably much more likely to pass. But
No, they don't have an option for it.
all right, well, he's gonna go shortly, so that's fine. He's face first on the floor.
Okay.
I'm going to spend. Oh, well, first
right.
I should probably make sure. Add one. Yeah, okay. He has more than one. So trip's fine. Trip worked.
Sorry, say that one more time.
I was just checking how many effects I can do on one, and it's just the one. So trip is cool. Trip worked out. That's all good. The rest of the sneak attack deals another 12 damage to him for a summary total of 29.
Okay. He is bloodied. Camilla, it is your turn. You got one of the priests running away and
is taking care of the dog quickly.
Okay.
As of 2 minutes ago.
All right. Well then, we will listen to elevator music as we wait.
Dun, Should probably turn on my lamp. It's getting dark in here. It's been rainy all day.
Raining all day.
Not even raining, just misting, which is honestly more annoying.
Yeah.
None of the cool bits of rain, all of the wet.
The miserable parts of it.
Exactly. It's wet and cold, and it's not even raining. It's
So you
rude.
live near Indiana. Or Indianapolis, I should say. You're in
Near
Indiana.
I live in Indianapolis.
You are. So what kind of weather should we expect for Gen Con?
I mean, when is it?
Beginning of August.
Beginning of August?
Yep.
Probably hot as balls and humid.
I mean, we
If
looked
you're
and said it would be
lucky,
about,
maybe it'll be like 80 degrees. That would be nice.
yeah, it said the average was about 85 when we looked earlier.
Yeah, I would say there are some summers that it could easily be like 95.
And fucking humid as balls. Great.
Usually summer humidity is like 60+%,
Okay, about what we saw.
which feels,
Yeah.
always feels like that number is not very high, and then you go outside and it's just like, wow, that sucks.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be inside the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, either
60
way,
is
you
better than
shouldn't
80.
really be suffering it, so.
Well, so they just announced on the server that the like the game center where the events would be for us, or the one we're going to, or we hope to go to, is both the upstairs and downstairs, as in it's got an escalator for its own area because they gave us that much space. That's a
Yeah, is that both within the convention center?
So the event is going to be at the Lucas Stadium.
Oh, okay. Is it like in
Um,
rooms at Lucas Oil? I assume it's
they-
not like outside.
It's not like a single room. It's like the West Wing, like
Sure, but
area.
it's an interior space.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
Yeah, it's definitely interior. It's not like on the field.
granted, I don't know how the fuck you would be able to host anybody in an open space in August in Indiana for like 5 hours.
So it's the West Club Lounge.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, realistically, no matter how shitty or hot the weather is or isn't, you should be inside for most of it, so it should be fine.
Yeah. As long as we're inside, we should be okay.
And it could be 80 degrees and not humid. Never know.
Never know. Gotta love the weather.
Pretty
Gotta
much.
love it. Gotta love
Though
it.
end of July, early August is usually the most hot and miserable bit, so I would not get your hopes up.
Go fucking figure. I mean, it was humid when I went and visited with you, but that was middle of July.
I remember that day. That was not a bad day.
Well, that was humid, more humid than I was used to. But I mean, I've lived in
Yeah,
Austin
it
for a
gets
year at this point.
significantly muggier than that, mostly because if it gets hotter and like slightly more humid than that, it feels a lot muggier.
Sure. It's kind of like here. Like, I think last week it was like 96% humidity and it was like 87. And I was like, God, it's fuck. You walk outside and it's just like breathing
Yeah.
water.
Yeah, it shit sucks.
Yeah,
So
Yeah,
hopefully
gross.
it's not like that, but it could be.
I certainly hope it's not.
Usually the humidity here only gets that high if it just rained, so hope that doesn't happen.
Yeah. I mean, I was there in Indianapolis for like 2 days, I think it was, and it poured rain the
It's
one
been
day I witnessed
really
it
wet
too.
this year for sure, so
Like, I've been in some rainy weather, but that rain came out of nowhere, and then it was a fucking torrential downpour.
yeah, it's been crazy this year. I don't know what's up.
Like,
It's been really dry lately. But your recap, Trinity, is I shot the Cambion. He's prone now, and it's your turn.
it is. Camilla's taking no damage. I need to fix that.
Oh, I gave Arnok the potion too. I think you were here for that. Either way, Arnok is like conscious enough now.
I think I can get up here with.
Yeah, surprisingly no damage.
No.
And I didn't realize how much health Camilla had.
yeah, Camilla has a
Like
really...
just a health pool.
Yeah, Camilla
Yeah.
has a shit ton of HP from the
So
Constitution.
Camilla, that's 45 feet to there.
Some bonus action dash is how you did that, yeah? Or
Yes.
Okay,
And then I'm
cool.
gonna stab him.
fair. Take your
Alright,
Do
if you move,
Okay.
if you move, I'll move you here. You get advantage at that point.
Yeah, you get advantage anyways, but you might as well keep the flank up because he's gonna stand up at some point.
Yeah.
Yes.
Remy's getting yelled at because he's got the travel neck pillow around his head as a cone.
Why is he getting yelled at because he has the cone on?
Because he's just like slamming into stuff and he doesn't want to lay down.
Oh, yeah, I mean, they do that when they're upset.
Yeah.
27 to
Camilla.
hit.
Stab
To be
away.
fair, I do
27
that
will
when I'm
hit.
upset.
That's a pretty stabby stab.
Yeah.
That is a
This guy has a
very
higher
stabby.
AC
That
and
is
you
the
like
most
it doesn't
stabby
matter.
stab.
What, 23 total?
Yep.
He's still alive.
Fair.
All
It
right.
is my turn.
Well, congrats. It is now his turn. He does half his movement to float up because he can fly. And he's hovering like 6 inches off the ground at this point, but he's going to take his first melee attack on Arnok. Got a 24 to hit you, Arnok. You're going to be unconscious again.
Yep.
And then he's going to take his other 2 attacks on Camilla.
Fair.
13 for the first one.
Oof.
Nope.
25 for the second one.
Yeah.
Time to
Okay,
uncanny
that's
dodge some shit, huh?
10 bludgeoning damage and 13 necrotic damage. And then as his bonus action, he is going to inflict wounds. So he has to try and touch you. Camilla, he's doing this to you.
Okay.
Well, before he does this, Camilla, would you like to uncanny dodge the last thing or save it for this wounds?
I'll uncanny dodge the last time.
Okay, so that's 11. You take 11 and not 23.
Okay.
It's important to get that out of the way before you know how much damage things do.
Yeah. Okay. And so he's going to get you. It is at first level, so it's just 2d10. It's not
All right,
like
good call
crazy.
on the.
He got 16,
really
rolled a
hard.
10 and a 6. So he takes 16 more necrotic damage.
Okie dokie.
And then, yeah, that's his turn. He can't do anything else.
Sarnock.
All right, Arnok. You get to make your roll.
Come on, 20. Nope.
No, not
All
20.
right.
Unfortunate.
All right.
One
The
success.
priest.
Nyum,
So get to
nyum,
there.
nyum, nyum.
The other one is gone and off the field.
Yeah, fair.
Branch. You're up. It's your 1 hit point.
Ugh.
Arnok is
All right.
unconscious again.
Quick, feed him that potion of
It's
reviving.
time for some peekaboo.
Peekaboo.
This time, I'm using my bonus action to cast Planar Warrior.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
What's
Haven't
that?
used that in a while.
Ew.
It's
Warrior.
it just
Yeah, it's just bonus damage when you hit.
adds
Yeah.
a 1d8 damage to
Okay.
the first attack, and then all damage from that attack becomes force damage.
All right. Go for it. Mm.
I believe.
If I can find it. Oh, okay, there you go. Ah, you're
Mm.
joking.
Try that
No.
one.
15 does
Okay.
not hit. Sorry.
All right, well, I'll use my second attack to critically hit him, I guess.
Ah, holy shit.
And mind
mean-
you, all of this
Yeah, you're also doubling the planar warrior and the
You
hunter's
are.
mark.
hunter's
so.
mark. Yep.
You could see this close. Go for it. See what you get.
What is that? 2d4 extra 2d8 and then 2d whatever you got.
Okay.
Oof, that one.
Yeah, killing me with that one. Let's see. And,
All right.
oh my god. 18.
God, another one. Ouch, Branch.
Yeah.
Stop with the ones.
What's
Oh,
that?
28, 27. Or 18, 27. 27 damage.
You lucky son of a bitch. How do you want to kill
What?
him?
Oh my god. He's
Well,
gonna
how do you want to
explode.
finish him, or where do you want the final blast to go? Because he dies, but he doesn't die. Looks funny in
I,
a second.
okay, I just want to go straight through his chest, and the force damage is gonna explode, and his body just gets knocked back like 1,000 miles per hour into the freaking wall.
Okay. So, his body won't be able to fly. The force of it rips a hole through his chest for sure. He's got a gaping hole. Camilla, you're kind of like dodging these attacks, and there's just this blood splatter all over your face and body from this giant, 6-inch diameter hole that just rips through this guy's chest. He just kind of looks down for a moment, looks at you, Branch. I think takes he's still floating in the air, but he takes like that partial step, holds up the mace, and he goes, "I will kill you." And then he falls to the ground and looks up. And as his body, it's like he lands on his knees, and then he falls backwards, looking up at the sky, like at the ceiling. And he goes, "I will not die. I will remember you for eternity." And then you watch as his body turns into ash, like his physical body, and you watch as the ash flies into the portal,
Yeah.
and the portal vanishes after the ash is gone. Anyone still conscious can make an either Arcana or a Religion check
Rent
for what just happened.
free.
All right, I'll attempt the Arcana check. It's what I'm proficient in.
Okay.
I know
Yeah,
19 things about
you
Arcana.
do. That's way more things than I know.
All right.
I got 14 religion.
I know 14 things by.
Okay. So I'll say Camilla, no one else does. So you have heard that devils and demons, that if they die on the material plane, they don't die, they get sent back to wherever they're from. With the ashes going in there, he is not going to be enjoying his life much.
Yeah,
He just got pulled into whatever realm.
Dipshit was like, "I'm gonna ascend," and then he's like, "Actually,
Yeah,
I'm
so
gonna
they
go
took
to
his
hell
soul,
forever."
and he's a Cambion for eternity. At the moment, he's not like a larva, which is the lowest level of demon devil, but he's low on the totem pole and is now banished. But he will hunt for the rest of you for the rest of his life, for the rest of your lives, and which to him will be short because he's immortal now, or
I
his
was
soul
like,
is
I
immortal.
mean, good luck.
Yeah, you guys will be long dead before he ever makes it back to the material plane.
Yeah.
Like
He
you're,
can stay mad when he makes it out here. We're dead anyways, and he can
yeah.
stay madder.
I will find their souls.
What the fuck? Why are they skeletons?
Yeah. Yeah, so you guys know that. But congratulations. You defeated it and him, and stopped the temple from growing any further.
Yeah.
You guys can level to 8. So
Yeah.
congratulations. And
Let's go. I don't even remember what I wanted to do with a level 2.
yes. And we will end there. So there will be some stuff in the room that you guys can look through and find, but we will do that next session.
Yes, sir.
And hopefully in 2 weeks.